into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, well, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning Expresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Even if you can't dance, get up and dance. Get moving. Why? Because it's a brand new week. Welcome to it. My name is Graham Richards, and I love you. I love you so much for tuning in. I love you for starting your day with us, because we're going to start our day with you. And yes, we might need a little supercharge to get us going on a Monday morning, but we've got plenty of motivation today. Yes, of course, still reveling in the joys of the Springboks performance this weekend. And yes, that's probably going to be a common thread throughout South Africa, and with just reason. So I hope you embrace that moment, whether you were there or not there. We're going to start that conversation in just a moment. But I just hope you have the opportunity to connect with the people you love the most, just like I do right now. In fact, I'm going to make you a cup of coffee. Good morning, Raul. How was the weekend, guy?
Wow. Firstly, Mzansi, what on earth happened this weekend? It was absolutely incredible, starting with the ruggers, of course. I know G-Man and I are going to be diving into conversations about that in a bit. But I'm running off some low fumes. I'm going to be honest. I had one of my best friends' weddings yesterday. Tariq Hassim married the beautiful Nashita, and it was an incredible occasion at Barron's. And yeah, running off some low fumes this morning. But all the energy from this weekend is what I'm going to use to serve you with this morning, Mzansi. G-Man, any standouts for you from this weekend, man? I know there's a lot to talk about, but what's one thing that stands out for you, bro?
Oh, rugby, baby, rugby. Obviously, I wasn't at the stadium, but I had the opportunity last night to plug into that click at the launch of the Cheslin Colby Foundation. And when I talk about our guest list, okay, what a way to rock your Sunday night. Obviously, Cheslin, gorgeous wife Layla was there, Sia Khaleesi, Drickus was there, Gayton McKenzie, our Honourable Minister of Sport, was there. So for me, you can imagine, in my happy place. So I will post a few pictures throughout today, but what an opportunity to get inspired and to find out just how much Saturday's game and that win over the All Blacks meant, my brother, and it was big.
It was big indeed. Now, I don't know whether I should be happy for you because of the fact that you got to spend the weekend with some of those incredible people, or sad because I wasn't with you. But it doesn't matter. What we are doing right now is we are sticking with you, Mzansi, and that's what we want to chat to you about when it comes to this weekend. What a weekend of rugby, and I can put like 50 exclamation marks after that. But we want to find out from you where you were when the game was happening. Did you get an opportunity to watch the game live at the stadium and absorb all the incredible historical energy that took place? And if not, were you able to perhaps then enjoy it at the comfort of your own home, with family, with friends? It doesn't matter. We want to know if you watched the game and how. Share with us how you spent that historical occasion, seeing the Springboks slay the All Blacks once again. I think it's 4 in a row. We're making history, but we're going to dive into more conversations about that. You, Mzansi, need to share with us pictures, videos, or some standout moments that really made your weekend memorable, and we definitely want you to come through this morning. The number is 063-408-8863. With that, I think we need to elevate the day and start off with VIP service, brother. Thank you so much. Wow.
I literally thought you were going to grab both of those cups of coffee. I was fair game, buddy, fair game.
Cheers, bro.
And I got to speak to Matthew Pearce yesterday, and I was gutted that I couldn't be at the game. I was on dad duty all day. Matthew Pearce, 150 tests under the belt, and that was his 150th test as a commentator. So I actually felt perfectly fine just being at home listening to the master do his work. So kudos to you, Matty, as well, for an incredible achievement.
Absolutely.
But what a weekend, man.
Kudos to everyone involved in this weekend. But as promised, we will be diving into conversations about it. We've got Lorenzo, who's woken up bright and early to talk about that and Paralympics. But before we do anything, official duties must commence. Let's get this morning and the show on the road. But Carissa's got the latest when it comes to all things news. Cheers. Cheers.
Works, baby.
We need this.
Thank you so much, gents. 4 minutes after 6 o'clock. Let's delve into some news for the top of the hour. Now we start up with national news, where KwaZulu-Natal's MEC for Public Works and Infrastructure, Martin Meyer, has mandated audio and video recordings of all staff interviews and tender bid committee meetings to ensure transparency and accountability. He believes this will help restore public trust in government processes. Meyer stated that any appointment or tender not supervised in the manner would be considered invalid. Previously, tender processes were conducted behind closed doors. Allegations of nepotism, corruption, and officials benefiting from tenders have been raised for years, prompting this action. Staying with local news, President Cyril Ramaphosa extended his condolences to the family and friends of James Matthews, the revered poet, writer and activist who passed away at 95 in Cape Town. Matthews, an esteemed member of the National Order of Ikhamanga, was recognized for his vital role in the anti-apartheid movement. Now, President Premier Alan Winde praised Matthews not only for his literary talent, but also for his powerful voice in advocating for the oppressed. Reverend Michael Weeder noted that Matthews, a renowned struggle poet, illuminated the path to freedom during dark times. Moving on to your international news, Sudan's military-led government has rejected a UN fact-finding mission's call for an international force to protect civilians amid the ongoing civil war. The mission reported harrowing human rights violations by Sudan's warring parties, which have led to thousands of deaths and nearly 8 million displaced since conflict erupted in April 2023 between the army and the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces. Now, the mission also recommended an arms embargo on both sides. Sudan criticized the UN call as political and illegal and flagrant violation of their mandate. Venezuela's opposition candidate, Edmundo Gonzalez, has arrived in Spain after fleeing his homeland. A Spanish Air Force plane landed him at Torrejon Air Base in Madrid, where he will be granted political asylum. Now, Gonzalez has been in hiding in Venezuela following a warrant for his arrest issued after he disputed in July presidential election results, which awarded a third term to Nicolas Maduro. Spain's Foreign Minister, José Manuel Aberas, confirmed that Spain would grant Gonzalez asylum, emphasizing Spain's commitment to the political rights of Venezuelans. And for your 6 o'clock news, we close off with this one. Finally, South Africa's working on Fire Kushugo joint venture's firefighters returned home after an heroic mission in Canada, where they helped battle intense wildfires in Alberta province. Touching down in Kruger, Mpumalanga International Airport, the 216 firefighters were met with heartfelt cheers from family, dignitaries, and the Kushugo management. At a special homecoming ceremony, they were praised for their courage, discipline and dedication. Now, the Canadian High Commissioner, Christopher Cooter, expressed deep gratitude, acknowledging the impact of their efforts, while the Deputy Minister, Berenice Swartz, commended the team, celebrating their skill, resilience and professionalism. She said their efforts not only saved lives and properties out in Canada, but also elevated South Africa's reputation on the global stage. As South Africans usually do, a huge well done to all those firefighters and welcome home to you. From that, we move on to your sports. Here's Graham with the latest.
Oh, thank you so much, my friend. I love Monday mornings like this. I herald only good news. Let's start with the first big one in rugby. The Springboks secured a thrilling 18-12 victory over the All Blacks in their 2024 Castle Lager Rugby Championship encounter, marking their second consecutive win over their very arch rivals. In front of a sellout crowd at DHL Stadium in Cape Town, the Boks reclaimed the Freedom Cup for the first time since 2009. A lot of the stalwarts as a part of that 2009 outfit there to enjoy it as well. And this triumph also marks South Africa's fourth consecutive win over New Zealand in the professional era. This really is a marker of a golden era in South African sport. So let's continue on that trend as Springbok captain Siya Kolisi has now officially parted ways with Racing 92, leaving the French club 2 years before the end of his contract, which was set to expire in 2026. Siya Kolisi, now 33, joined Racing in January of last year, of course from the Sharks. Reports indicating that the two-time Rugby World Cup winner may return to the Sharks after the Rugby Championship deal is done. Now let's turn to the Paralympics in China, once again topping the Paralympic medals table, finishing with 220 medals. Incredible, including 94 gold, continuing their dominance since Athens of 2004. So Great Britain securing second place with 49 gold medals. Congratulations. While the United States, they claimed 36 titles. Team South Africa earning 6 medals in Paris, winning 2 gold, 4 bronze, ending 46 on the medal table, but a great baseline shift in the right direction. Now we can turn to the year's last big Grand Slam as Aryna Sabalenka captured her third Grand Slam title with a hard-fought 7-5, 7-5 win over Jessica Pegula in the US Open final, adding to her Australian Open success. Meanwhile, Jannik Sinner, he claimed his second Grand Slam of 2024, defeating Taylor Fritz 6-3, 6-4 and 7-5 to become the first Italian man to win the US Open. And don't worry, our man on the inside, Lorenzo Darius, is going to take us through as many of the weekend highlights as he can. So many jumping off points, but you can share your game time experience. We want pictures, we want videos on all of our social media platforms. Right now, though, let's get you prepped for a brand new week weather-wise.
Thank you so much, G-Man. And yes, fresh from the world of weather, I have some news to report to you, Mzansi. And the South African Weather Service has issued a yellow level 2 warning for disruptive snow, anticipating localized traffic disruptions and potential loss of livestock. Now, this taking place along the Eastern Cape Escarpment and the KwaZulu-Natal high ground, and this all due to prevailing very cold conditions. Now, additionally, a yellow level 1 warning for damaging winds and waves is in effect. Now, you can expect local disruptions to roads, harbors, and ports between Plettenberg Bay and Port Edward this morning. Now, as well as between Alexander Bay and Cape Agulhas. Now, meanwhile, on top of this, Limpopo is facing extremely high fire danger conditions, making it crucial for residents to stay vigilant and prepared. And like G-Man said, here's a reminder this morning to please come through, share your sunrise view with us. The number's 063-408-8863. Why? Because we absolutely love to see how you start your day, wherever you are in the country, or hey, even the rest of the world. For now, though, it's our first opportunity to take a look at the temperatures that we can expect on, well, our side or your side of town.
No, neither.
Ah, the blooms are opening. You can see and probably hear we are feeling a little bit silly this morning, and we've earned that right, just like the Springboks have earned the right.
Hey.
But there are tons of other amazing sporting highlights that have happened over the weekend. The Paralympics, we've got to delve in there because this feels like a massive, I'll use the term baseline shift, but it kind of feels like everyone has improved, and China especially.
Yeah.
Well, they've been doing this for a while, so there's a reason why they've done so well at the Paralympics, and Lorenzo will explain.
You will. And we're also going to be celebrating a South African that did something absolutely special. I don't know if we know about it, but Mzansi, stick around. We're talking about a gold medal, another one. Yeah.
We'll see you after this.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yes, Mzansi, welcome back at your Feel Good Breakfast Show, opening up right here on S3 and opening you up to incredible conversation. We're going to start off with the Paris 2024 Paralympics, which closed in absolutely spectacular fashion on Sunday with around 4,400 athletes from 168 delegations celebrating history, and what a historic summer it was. We had Chief Organizer Tony Estanguet hailed as the Games for uniting France with Paris, showcasing a vibrant Olympic and Paralympic legacy. And honestly, it was nothing short of exactly that. We've got the man of the hour, Lorenzo Darius, who's coming through as Expresso sports producer to chat about the Games, the inspiration and all the monumental success that happened, bro.
Gentlemen, can I just ask, because you were at a wedding last night.
Yeah.
You probably had to take in more sports in the last 2 days than in the last 5 years combined.
I'm trying.
So I'm working with about 2% grey matter here. I'm going to...
I am trying. I wish that you were actually on the screen, like speaking to me from Paris. It would have been nice.
Cool,
Hint, management, please send me to the next one.
Well, these athletes have earned that right. And I think a lot of us within the sporting field were so terrified that the platform created through the Olympics was going to die down, and that the Paralympians who put in probably more financially in terms of their own personal journey to get themselves there weren't going to get that same platform. But it feels like the world has embraced the Paralympics like never before. Do you feel that, as someone who's plugged in to the kind of main vein of sport, do you feel it's gotten its just rewards?
Look, in South Africa itself, if I look at social media, I blame the country. We haven't been behind our Paralympians the way we were behind Tatiana Smith. Let's be honest with ourselves. When looking at social media and the buzz that was surrounded by her winning gold, by winning, silver, it was everywhere. I opened up my social media and I was a little bit disappointed that Phantom Toes,
so shame on us,
Raul's really close friend, I hope that they're going to give them the recognition they deserve. And I feel that we as South Africans, we need to do a little bit more. Yes, we had a good weekend with the Springboks, but can we support them as well?
Well, from your mouth to Gaten's ears, because he's the kind of man who does respond to those sorts of things. But it needs to be represented in the structures for sure.
And you see such a beautiful example of that, and you see the real true success story behind an organization, a country, and the people that get behind those that might have these disadvantages, and you see that in the People's Republic of China.
Yes.
They did absolutely incredibly well for the Paralympics. What's your take on their success? Why? How?
Again,
because they've been doing it.
Again, like I said before, the white paper document that they put forward in not shunning people with disabilities away, but allowing them to be in high-level competition every single month, like with able-bodied players out there and athletes out there. They've pushed it. They've created the structures that need or allows them to succeed at the highest level. And everyone needs to follow. As much as the world has a little bit of a problem with China sometimes politically, the bar's been set for them.
It's often a cultural misunderstanding, as is often the case within the world. And having an opportunity to work with companies that operate in that space, I've had it all wrong. I think I've had a completely different understanding of what it is in terms of the service to their own people in that space. And this is highlighted beautifully in the Paralympics. Take a look at the medals table, because I think it's always interesting to kind of compare that to the Olympics in terms of how much funding is going where. We know that Great Britain, and kudos to them, have always had a very strong, solid Paralympic platform. Their athletes do get the TV time. They get supported by the press. In a country that obliterates most of their sporting stars through the tabloids, the Paralympians actually get it quite
don't do anything wrong in the UK.
For sure, dude.
What stands out for me there is that you see a lot of these sort of, let's call them first world countries, and then you look at the likes of something like Brazil. And Brazil, we can compare very much to South Africa.
Very South African.
I mean, like the top five, we got Brazil there, which I think as South Africans, we can look to the inspiration there and be like, well, there's nothing stopping us from replicating that and doing even better. We have a very similar circumstance. Socioeconomic externalities are very similar. So crazy to see that they have a working model. There is success here.
Not crazy. That is when you have faith in your athletes and you are not differentiating them between able-bodied and disabled.
A medal is a medal, baby. Come on,
putting in money and infrastructure and identifying the talent is something that needs to happen within our country. I would like to challenge any of you to give me a school, an athletics academy that is for disabled
That
South
focus
Africans.
on a high
I don't
performance.
know.
Yeah, man.
And this is the crazy. I'm so glad that you put that out there, because I remember going to the Sports Science Institute, heading to Stellenbosch to go and meet some of the sevens players. It was the ladies, actually, and I had to do the ring of death with them, which is why it stands out with me.
Wow.
It was terrifying. No, I'm not okay. I'll never be okay ever again.
Man just had a flashback
And they all
there.
knew. And the worst thing is all the gents in the room were like, ah, buddy. So that stood up. But I'll never forget seeing these two Paralympic athletes walking down the street with like the tech that they were using. It was tip of the spear type stuff. So if the rest of the world is coming here to train, because we have the best intellectual property, the best athletes to kind of share, the intellectual kind of mindset, everything is here that needs to translate. Is it as simple as just plugging in more tournaments, as you say, for Team South Africa? How do we need to up that medal stake? Because it feels like we could do it. If you look at what we did with the relays, just a bit more money, a bit more focus, suddenly a result.
Yeah, a little bit more, a little bit of a school of excellence. We need to identify. We always talk about grassroots level, but it's important that we start at a young
Exposure,
age. If
people
we
need
find
that.
someone with the talent that needs that extra push, we need to invest in them. It's all about investment. But we need government to come on board and actually put something in place and say, hey, corporate, hey, SA schools, hey, to SASCOC, and just be like, you know, here's a little bit of a flame. We need to push. We cannot. We only did 7 medals at the Tokyo Olympics, and now we're doing 6. Like, that's going back. If we look at 2000, we were about 38 medals at some point in time.
Yeah.
So that being said, how impressive are the medals that we've gotten then? If there isn't the support, how proud are you of the South African athletes that have shone this year? Because the standard has been incredibly high.
Definitely. Paralympics, we got 1 gold medal. Paralympics in Paris, we got 2 gold medals. They've outclassed. If I must say, and I'm not taking away from able-bodied athletes that need to push in and put in those extra hours, but when you're someone with a disability that's not getting the full financial support from the structures, you're putting in a lot more time. You're putting a lot more pressure on your community. And this is where community comes in to assist. And now it's the mental aspect, it's the physical aspect, because you have a disability as well. There's so much more that goes into it. And again, not taking away from able-bodied athletes that have to go through the same. We saw it with Simone Biles having to pull herself away. It becomes a struggle. And what then happens is we just need our community, meaning South Africa, to assist and put in more effort and not just look at the finished product. We're always someone that we want to look at the finished product and start supporting them when they've made it. Why are we not helping from before that already? We need to do those things and we'll enable to get them there. That's what needs to happen.
Dayton, please, sir, we need 5 major Paralympic build-up tournaments a year in South Africa. I'll take that. That'd be absolutely great.
Oh, Lorenzo, thank you so much for coming through. I think inspiration, nonetheless, after that conversation is what has been instilled in anybody that had the opportunity to take part in or be a part of and watch the Paralympics. And I just want to commend and put out another congratulations to everyone that participated in that. For everybody that has been inspired, do not give up. Keep pushing, keep working, because things will turn for you, and we are going to, personally, I think, we are going to put more effort into celebrating our athletes in this country. Whether you have 1 leg or none, it doesn't matter. You are a human being, and we're getting behind you.
That is true. 2 gold medals for South Africa. Congratulations to all those that took part in the Paralympics. I'm telling you, SA is shining so bright. Well, continuing along that streak of winning, start your week by playing Daily Lotto for an estimated 450,000 Rand jackpot this Monday. If you didn't know, yes, it is Monday. Now, don't get left behind. Buy your tickets right now. You can head in store when the stores do open, or on the National Lottery website. That's nationallottery.co.za, or even on the mobile app. Cell phone banking is also there for you, or simply just dial *120 *7529 hash for all USSD. Now, of course, these details are available to you on our Expresso social media pages, so don't waste any time. Go and check them out. And Panda Pusha play Daily Lotto for an estimated 450,000 Rand jackpot, and you could just win big. I don't know. I've got faith in you that this might just happen. All you have to do is play now.
So the FOMO is kicking in big time.
Yeah? Why the
'Cause I
looks?
wasn't
Why the
there at the
It's
stadium
fine.
to watch the, you know.
I can feel the energy
You
from the
feel the
Gabble
energy.
Festival.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely amazing.
Stop
eh?
gloating.
I
Stop
must
gloating.
I must say that they had an amazing opening ceremony. It was the official homecoming, and then we had another plane just go past.
Oh, really?
It's like
And
it
the
went
DJ
past and it
dropped the
came back
beat at just the right
Yes.
time, so kudos to you. Where were you? Were you at the game? Did you watch it from the sidelines? Were you there on the field? Were you at home like the rest of us? How did you take it in? I was so happy to hear Matthew Pearce's commentary on his 150th game as well. So a bittersweet moment, but we want to see the proof of where you were and just how much yes you were able to contribute to that game, because clearly there was a lot of yes going around.
It clearly was indeed. And if you went to the stadium, that means you weren't at home making some puri rolls and a braai. So we're going to make sure that we get that box ticked. We are loading up a puri roll and making a spectacle out of it. So I think this one is worthy of a championship win right there. So Mzansi, don't go anywhere. We'll see you after this. Puri, 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 puri everywhere.
There are stories of dreamers, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. ABSA.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, welcome back, you beauties. Yes, we are all buzzing, and rightly so, after an incredible sporting weekend across all fronts, but the Springboks achieving something truly, truly special. This morning, we dive into one of the most epic clashes in rugby history. The Springboks electrifying 18-12 win over our arch rivals, the All Blacks, at a packed, sold-out Cape Town Stadium. So well done to everyone who got there, not only securing back-to-back victories, but also reclaiming the Freedom Cup after some 15 years. Some of you listening haven't even been alive for 15 years. You don't understand, okay? This was no ordinary battle, from a pulsating defense to some heroic tries and a lot of little silly mistakes in between, just to drive us absolutely up the wall. Lorenzo Darius is here to explain to Carissa the game of rugby.
Yes.
Okay,
where would
first
you
of all,
like to-
Carissa,
So
we
looks
Why
like
is
at the
the ball not
start.
round?
Let's start with.
Why does it
has
bounce
two
awkward?
halves. Okay.
Yes.
So what were you doing in the second half of the game of rugby?
You know what? I know. I
I'm
watched the
sorry, I'm
first
throwing you
game.
under the bus.
I watched the first game, the first half, while I was at work, because I was at work in the period. And then on my way home was the second half. But I was getting live updates.
She called me
I called
during the
Lorenzo.
game, guys.
I say, what's happening?
Yeah, I was like, let me just step away quickly and tell you and explain. You know?
But it was
Let me
really
let me be a
hectic.
good friend.
It was a hectic first half, though. I had no faith. I was like, what is happening? I came in here excited that we would take this, and then there was nothing going on our side.
I love the look on Raul's face when you said I had no faith. It's like, how patriotic
No, but it's
are
called
you?
no, it's managing your expectations.
Okay,
It's
okay,
managing your
okay.
expectations.
Listen, this was
Yes.
significance at its finest. There's so much to
Yes.
speak about in terms
Layers
of
to it, yeah.
the weight of this game. And
Fair
I'll talk
enough.
about why I felt like these pressures really collided. But we were talking about the significance, this historical significance here with regards to cultures, with regards to backgrounds.
Cape Town.
Cape Town specifically. I mean, let's dive into that because this
Yeah.
wasn't just a game, right?
No, it wasn't just a game. It was two nations that has 100 years of history between themselves. And we know the significance of the All Blacks in Cape Town.
Especially,
with
yeah.
the amount of supporters. And this is all because of pre-94 and that dispensation of who was able to represent the country. But then again, also, we've kind of not had the Freedom Cup, and Sia made it very personal building up to this match. A lot of these guys haven't seen it, they haven't touched it, they've only seen maybe a pic of it. It's never been at Saru House.
And there's some older blokes on the field that day that were there to
Yes.
just remind them
Yeah.
of the
Skulk and
time
John.
in between. Exactly.
Yeah.
And this felt like there was a lot of energy, kinetic, connected,
Yes.
crazy energy between the All Blacks and the Springboks with this
Yeah.
one. Almost a reframing of that narrative. And let's talk about that, because completely justified, a huge section of South Africa's population just had no representation within the Springboks.
Yes.
We can understand that phase. It was so openly spoken about by our Minister of Sport, Gayton McKenzie, talking about how John Smith had wanted to, in his era, focus
Yes.
on this and try to change that narrative. Did you feel a difference in that narrative at the game?
Look, I felt a difference in 1995 already,
Sure.
right? Just seeing Chester Williams and going through some of the pictures this week building up to this game. He put it out there. Yes, there was the Tobias and all of those, and Errol, Williams before that, his uncle. But he was our superstar. He was someone we could connect with as people of color, and he laid down the foundation for a lot of the guys. If you don't know, then you'll never
There's
understand
probably
that.
a generation
And
of
that's
players that have ridden that wave.
Kurt
completely,
Lioran,
yeah.
so all of them
Free,
coming
yeah.
through, UWC, pushing it through. So the significance of seeing so many players of color now in our team that are number one, they're there on merit, they're not there on anything else.
Right.
They're there because they deserve to be there. And look at what happened. We usually have protocols in the team. We announce the team on a Tuesday. Sia had to decide, am I going to fix a broken nose or am I going to play for the nation? He said, I'll do it next week.
I like it. You can't break it anymore.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to say to him, like, buddy, you can actually
You
break
could.
it more. But
I wanted to ask you, Lo, speaking about Sia, you did say he took this game quite personal, and I know that he scored the first try on our
Yes.
side. So
Oh, man.
how do you think that kind of set things off for the rest of the game?
Look, the thing is, if you're leading by example, that is what you want your captain to do. You want your captain to open the scoring.
especially with all the other nonsense
with all the stuff
happening
that's
as well.
happening.
Yeah,
Yes,
racing, yeah.
and when we talk about nonsense, it's only because we've got so many All Black supporters in Cape Town. Carissa, I don't
And I'm
know.
talking about the
I hope
French.
Carissa's
I'm
not
talking
in.
about the French nonsense. The All Blacks
No,
are fine. You guys
we
can
don't.
stay.
We're not even going to talk about the French nonsense because that is something that needs to sort itself out in the background. But the thing is, he took it very personal. This group of players play for each other, and they were very personal with what they wanted to achieve this week. And if you look at what happened before the professional era, we had I think about 6 games, but in the professional era, we've never seen a successful team like this against an All Blacks outfit. They're also rebuilding.
Yeah.
If you go and look at the team itself, there's a few players with 1 cap, 2 caps, 3 caps, 4 caps. The same with us. We're just breeding them a little bit different, and I think that's Dr. Rassi.
Yeah.
And he's
Well,
genius.
if you think of it, with these 2 wins over the All Blacks, I think there have been 8 or 9 of the World Cup winners not on the
Yes.
field when we've done that. So it hasn't just been a
Stephen
carryover
Kitsoff.
of that momentum. Yeah, I miss you, Stevie.
Yeah, Stephen,
Oh, man.
like the spicy
too
plum.
soon,
Spicy
Lorenzo.
plum. Dion Fareed, Dwayne Vermeulen retiring as well. If you look at that, how many caps they have that we were able to not utilize in the game, it just shows that SA Rugby is in a healthy position at the moment.
With that being said, what was the difference in the game's result, and more specifically to the game? Because like we said, the monumental occasion, it feels like an immovable force and an unstoppable object come together, and I think the pressures were shown on the field. You could see a lot of schoolboy errors. You could see how both teams were showing up, trying to force these errors. What really made that difference, though, on the day? Because it was close, let's be honest.
It was close.
We were on the edge.
I called
right
it
from
5
the
points, I
80s.
think. I called it 5 points, and I got some of the Barbarians women after the match, and they came over to me. They were like, how? Explain to us how you were able to call it that
I
close.
think we thought there would be a bigger pushback.
No, it was always going to be tight because of the significance of Cape Town. The last time we played there was in 2017 against the All Blacks, which was at Newlands Stadium. So there was a lot to play for. Also, this was the unofficial, if I can put it like that, the unofficial homecoming of the Springboks. Right, 30 years into democracy as well. So after Sia's chat that he had last week post-match, he is one of the few leaders, and I think a lot of our politicians need to take note of this, is where he was able to do a post-match presentation, thank South Africa, and also put out there the gender-based violence that we're facing. You know, the problem of homelessness while driving in. He was able to sum that all up in the space of less than 5 minutes, and he was a proper leader when doing that.
Snuck in a Hoya as well?
Yes, he did that. Yeah, I was waiting for he did it twice. I think he did it twice.
But the crazy thing is, all of this was being spoken about then with the money behind the sports at the launch of the Chess and Colby Foundation last night.
Yes.
These same notions, these same examples, the same stories were being told.
Yeah.
The stories of sport are amazing at the moment, and I think we're kind of a main character, and I think that's
we
why
are
we're all loving
main
it at
character
the moment.
energy coming out of World Rugby, and the North is not liking it at the moment. So expect some backlash from the North soon, guys. They might just change the scrum rule, or that the captain is not allowed to score.
We look forward to it in the other United Championship of Rugby things. Well, of course, you guys were watching either in the stadium, if you were lucky enough, like Lorenzo, or at home, like the rest of us plebs. But we wanted to hear from you guys how you took the game in, how you're feeling about it. So let's connect with you on the socials.
Yeah, Mzansi has come through. We've got comments to share with you, and starting with the following. Let's see, we have Teresa Micah says, "Good morning, my beautiful, beloved Expresso fam. I watched it from the comfort of my couch. For me, it was a nail-biting game. I had lots of self-talking whilst watching it." You did self-talk.
Yes, we all did. I was like, what's going on? Why are you doing that? Okay, come on. Yeah.
Definitely needed some of
Also,
that.
Graham.
Yeah, we got more comments, though.
Well, let's see what Clarissa Muller says. Good morning, Expresso Morning Show. Well, this morning, I'm extremely proud to be a South African. Hashtag, I'm a boka boka. Come on. So proud to be a South African right now. Let's see what Alme has to say. Alme Prince saying, good morning, Expresso Morning Show. I watched the game with my family in Kales River, and it was an awesome time. Boka, we are so proud of you. I think we can't express that enough, hey?
And we must, for the next 20 years,
Yes,
just keep doing that.
absolutely.
Gavin, in fact, weighed in with a little voice note, a message of hope. Let's hear from him.
Hi, good morning, Expresso family. Just a wonderful occasion on Saturday. Was in the company of friends and family. Incredible atmosphere we created ourselves. Just wonderful. And the box, although not firing on all cylinders, still managed to get it over the All Blacks. But what a wonderful occasion. And once again, we were just very proud of them. Putting the country together. Awesome, just awesome. Hoya! Hoya!
Just key comment there. Pulled the country together.
Yes.
Literally, if it was not for South Africa right now, we would not understand the true potential we have as a people in this nation.
Now, you must understand, if you were there, and sorry to put it that I was there and taking a walk around, it was so nice to see each and every South African just smiling before the game. Win, loss, we need this, and this is what the Springboks does. We don't understand the significance of the Springboks until you're within that community and you can feel that love, and they cannot wait.
Or within the stadium.
Yeah, that too, eh? I'll take you with next time.
Thank you, Larissa.
Oh, man, absolutely love it. To the boys, well done. Thank you for taking us on your shoulders through this journey of the Springbok narrative. The story has clearly changed, and I think we've moved from looking back to very, very powerfully looking forward, and I'm all about that in sports.
Well, in
All about
celebration,
that, yeah.
how does this sound? Some loaded brie rolls? Are you guys keen
bring
to
it on.
cook it up in the kitchen?
That sounds delicious. But listen, I want to
For
talk
breakfast.
about. I want to
Yes, we
talk to
can.
you about something that might just be better than the food you're seeing right now.
Okay.
And it comes in the form of a young, small human being.
Okay.
10 years old.
Wow.
She goes with the name of Carly, and she's done incredible things. Created a record swimming from Robben Island all the way back to the South African coastline.
No, shush.
Yeah, adults can't even do this, but somehow this 10-year-old has slayed away. Look at that, Mzansi. We're going to dive into a conversation with her and find out
Incredible.
how on earth she did this, and not just for herself, but for a massive charity too. This is huge.
Wow.
Wow.
Well
What were you
done,
doing at 10 years
Kaylin.
old?
Feel the spring in your step without worrying about allergies cramping your style.
That's right. This season, that's a thing of the past with Allergex Non-Drowsy and Expresso's spring competition.
Yeah, giving you a chance to win 2,000 Rand each week. Simply answer the weekly questions on Expresso's Facebook, X, and Instagram pages and include the hashtag Allergex Non-Drowsy in your answer. T's and C's apply.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Good morning, Mzansi. Welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're opening up on S3, and let me tell you, you need to pay attention to this next conversation because inspiration comes in many forms, even in the form of a 10-year-old. We're talking about Carly Fourie. She holds a record for being the youngest person to swim the 7-kilometer stretch between Robben Island and Bloberg Strand. You are hearing correctly right now, yes. This is remarkable, and Carly has conquered this challenging swim not once, but twice, showcasing her incredible determination and courage, making sure that you know that this is not just luck. And a second time was even bigger because she did it to raise funds for the Home From Home organization. It's a non-profit organization that provides foster care and support for services to vulnerable children in the Western Cape. Wow, my heart is beaming right now, and she officially has raised over 50,000 Rand in the effort. So I think with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our superstar, Carly! Carly, you're incredible. Can I confirm you're 10 years old, right? You've done the Robben Island swim not just once, but twice. The first time, what was that attempt like for you? How did you feel going up against such a big obstacle, swimming a swim like that?
I was scared, but I know God was with me.
Oh, wow.
And yes, I just believed in God and focused on the end.
And he showed you clearly that after that first swim, You're capable. You have the power within you. You're serving as a bigger vessel and not just yourself. And you decide, I'm going to do it again. And you're going to do it not only for yourself, but to raise funds for a charity. Why do something so impactful? What was the reason behind that?
I just feel really sorry for children without parents and yeah.
Oh, incredible. Peter, you're a beneficiary of the organization that Carly swam for and done something so incredible. How does it feel being, let's say, a recipient of this? And what is the actual impact of an event like this, inspirational moment like this happening and being a part of your organization?
Oh, it's amazing. Raising over 50,000 Rand for our organization as a 10-year-old, right? But the story started a while, 3-4 years back, hey, Carly?
Okay.
When she first climbed the mountain with us in support of another fundraiser.
Wait, hang on. You did... Talk to me about that. What happened there?
No, it was a climb up Platteklip Gorge.
Okay.
And as a 6-year-old, she joined with her family, and she found out there, she asked me a question about what were you doing this for? And I said, there are children out there who don't have mummies and daddies, and I think that lodged with you, eh, Carly? And from then on, she's been trying to raise funds. She comes every year on her birthday and delivers a little parcel of clothes. She's been doing that. And now with her swimming that she's discovered, she's trying to do something much bigger. She's done something
Not
much
just
bigger.
trying, but she's actually done it and more than once. I wanted to talk to you about the swim itself, because it's one thing raising funds and raising money for a charity, but to do it and take on such a big challenge, this is tough. You're 10 years old, 7-kilometer swim. How exactly do you do that? Talk me to the process. It's the deep blue ocean. There's sharks in the ocean, Carly. Are you crazy? So how did that swim actually happen? Are you on your own, isolated? Do you have any support with you? What happens with fuel and things like that? How does it all work?
Every 30 minutes we can get like we can drink something, but only like for 30 seconds. And there's a boat next to me, and there's a shark shield that's like on the boat.
Oh wow, okay.
That keeps the sharks away. Yeah.
That's incredible. And do you ever get scared, like swimming on your own in that big blue ocean all by yourself?
Yeah, I was pretty scared. But if you're in your stride, you don't really, you're not scared anymore. It's just the beginning, because then there's kelp and it's deep and it's dark and...
Oh, I felt that feeling when you sometimes get kelp. You're like, oh, what was that? Was that seaweed or was that something else? That can be quite intimidating. I want to know, though, because there's a lot of people that I'm sure get into these positions where you're taking on a big obstacle and a big challenge, and you might find that you are scared, you are overwhelmed. What is the thought that helps you get to that finish line and gets you to finish that thing that you set out to conquer?
I just think I swim for 3 hours, but the kids I'm swimming for, it's the rest of their life. They get hurt and they.
Oh, that's so special. That is so true. And I think the impact that you're creating now, it's only like the beginning of what I think you're still going to do if this is what you're doing at 10 years old. Mom, were you able to be there on the day? How are you feeling about this?
Yes, I was on the boat, giving her feeds every half an hour. So Howard Warrington swam with her, and he's the most experienced one because he's done it that was his 206th time.
Okay.
And
wow. And were you not scared yourself seeing your 10-year-old daughter in the ocean swimming? I know as a mom you must be quite hesitant to be like, oh no, my gosh, I don't want my daughter to do that. How do you get the confidence to let her just take on this challenge?
Oh, you know, we all live in South Africa. I thought it was safer in the sea with her, with the boat with him, and like better than being on the road or going to school, walking to school on her own.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I knew she was safe there.
Carly, I gotta ask, because you speak so well on live TV. I'm so impressed by you. I'm actually scared for my job because I feel like you're gonna take over the world with all the skills that you have. But do you have maybe any message of encouragement? And I think especially for the kids that you're swimming with, some of them might even be watching right now in their homes. Anything that might help them achieve obstacles and goals like you have? What should they do in order to make a success? Do you have any advice for them?
You must just work hard and do your best, and God will do the rest.
Oh, spoken like an absolute champion. Carly, our 10-year-old record breaker, swing from Robben Island, 7 kilometers, and in aid of an incredible cause. I want to thank you so much, all of you, for being a part of this incredible impact. I'm looking forward to our next conversation because I think it's going to be huge. I think it's going to be big. And I think this is your true calling. I'm glad that you are able to act in such a positive way for the people around you. And yeah, this is one to absolutely celebrate. Congratulations. And I look for more to come.
Wash my hands.
No, one of us has to be there.
Well, it is definitely Heritage Month, and we're celebrating the Booker win in the best way that we know how, because we're whipping up a tasty loaded boerewors roll with a combination of flavors and textures that just come together so perfectly. I couldn't have done it better myself, especially after this weekend's win against the All Blacks.
Come on!
And we're still celebrating because we have to as South Africans. And how do we do that? Not by raising glasses of champers, but
Nope.
by raising boerewors rolls.
And the most loaded, wonderful boerewors rolls you have ever seen. Now, we've done this a few times on the show, so I'm always open to it, because a boerie roll is something we all know.
Of course,
and often
it's standard.
we do ourselves a disservice by not leveling up the boerie roll, because there are so many opportunities, just like a hot dog, to take it there. So I'm going to start with one of our kind of level up elements here, which is the introduction of some green peppers into the onions.
Yeah, because caramelized onions are basic when added to the sausage. But now we've got some garlic too, and I see not herbs, but spices in front of me.
Yeah, so we're going to continue the caramelization process with a little bit of brown sugar as well. Which we've turned into like a hard, solid paste. There we go. Because why do we like the onions? Why do we like green peppers? Once they've been cooked and caramelized, they are sweet.
They're sweet for you.
Which is a great kind of flavor profile to have with the fatty meat. So we've had the paprika, we've got a little bit of salt and pepper going in there. I'm sorry, your nails are amazing.
Thank
so you've got to kind of put
They're
them on
actually
show.
for the Booker, gold and green run through all of our blood.
Man, I love that.
All right, so we're getting
a little bit of black pepper, and then we are on our way, and we're just going to break that down.
Oh, I love that.
Please, can we put the nails on show properly so that the people can see?
Go Booker.
Gorgeous. Hey?
That's as close to sports as I'll get for today.
What are you talking about? You knew all the things this morning. You knew all of the things this morning. She hustled. She was like, oh, I only watched the first half. But on the 27th minute, about 3 seconds in, there was a yellow card, and it was because a guy infringed rule 1.72 in the IRB rules, you know.
There's one thing about me, I'm going to be an underdog, okay? Leave the expectations on the floor and then make your way up.
And then basically we're going to be cooking our boerie rolls as well. We're using a griddle pan indoors because it's kind of the closest you can get to a braai, pretty much indoors without actually lighting a fire.
You get that like charring on it as well.
I suppose the boerie meat, because it depends what meat has gone into it, generally be a mix of beef and pork. Don't overcook it. You can get away with it being a little bit rare, and often we keep our meat warm in a braai, and we often forget that while it's in the warming drawer in the oven, that residual heat, that cooking, it's still going to cook because there's fats in there that are going to still render. So don't overcook your boerie roll so that you can have a little bit of fun and get creative.
You can. Listen, I love some dania sausage. Like, that's always my go-to because it adds some extra flavor into it. But today we don't even need that because we're going to load up our boerie in the best way. You can add chips to your boerewors roll. We've also got that version just reduced down. So your peppers are here with your onions, bacon, some jalapeno. Oh, we've got the dania going. Cilantro, as well as mayo. And listen, Graham, later on, we're going to get into this. Wow. So this is a mango chutney, but it's made from juice, clover juice, in fact.
Are we going to make that ourselves?
We are going to make this ourselves. So we're going to give it a try now.
As my daughter says, for real life.
For real
life.
For real life,
man.
okay? And then also a great tip is that you can toast your bun on the same griddle and the sauces won't like absorb into the bun. So that's a really great one.
I love that. So I'm actually going to leave these now to cook on the residual heat. I'm following Chef Clem's advice when cooking with the red meats.
Love that.
Just let the heat do its job. We're not going to overcook it, but we've got a great little kind of griddle mark caramelization. So I think we're winning on the flavor development front.
It looks good. I was setting you up over here in case you wanted to load up your own boerie roll, but we've got
I love
one
your work.
here.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm going to do some chips down first.
Perfect. Wow.
I hope you came hungry, Gray. I'm going to make this for you.
So you just blew my mind there. You just went and put chips on the roll.
As the foundation.
Oh, my word.
And then
I didn't know we had gone crazy. I didn't know we lost our minds.
Didn't you say loaded?
I didn't know we had lost our minds and gone crazy. I love that, man. There's nothing. I will sometimes have just a chip roll, okay?
Oh,
or chip sandwich.
With some good sauce on it. That is a South African classic in and of itself, actually.
So my one dog's nickname is Peenie.
Peony?
Yeah, so whenever we cook with jalapenos, I always say, jalapeno, and then she comes running into the kitchen. I don't feed her jalapenos, no. She's a gorgeous little miniature Dachshund. Well, she's hardcore. Maybe she would like it.
I think she could handle it. All right.
What do you think's next?
I'm going to go with our little saucy thing that you've created.
Okay.
We'll throw some of that on the top.
Wow.
This is looking crazy.
I know.
Okay. And then I'm going to go a little bit, I'm going to skip the bacon. I think we have enough meat on this roll.
Okay.
Dollops of mayo.
And I suppose when you say textures, you're absolutely on the money because you need a kind of something to balance out a rich fatty meat.
Exactly.
You need a kind of particular kind of mouthfeel. You want a bit of sour, you want a bit of sweet, you want the umami. But the texture is absolutely vital. It's got to stand up. And just notably there, toasting your buns off just a little bit. And it can be as simple as a bit of butter, pop it onto a pan, just to toast it off, just to give it a bit more of a robust kind of protection against the sauce from your whatever meat and actual sauce is going in.
In fact, you don't even need butter because the fat from the sausage, if you remove that, just use that and put the rolls on top of it.
I've got Brian security PTSD here. I'm like, it sounds like it's still cooking. I don't want to be the guy who dries out the meat.
Who burns the burries? No. Where are you going next, Grace? Are you going simple? Are you going sausage?
It's
caramelization.
I'm actually like a kid in a candy store.
I know there's so
much. Is
much
that coriander or parsley?
Oh, you don't want to touch that. That's coriander.
No. That could have been your
There's one thing I've learned about Grace.
That could have been your chance to sneak
I
it
would
in there.
never do that to you.
I'm going to do a bit of
Do you want
this.
some jalapenos, though?
Yes, without a shadow of a doubt. I love jalapenos. And if you're like, you like a bit of spice, but you can't quite handle the habanero, the bird's eye.
Exactly.
A jalapeno is great because it's got the heat, but it also has kind of a peppery tendency. So if you want to cook them on the braai, stuff them, absolutely amazing.
Like a popper.
100%.
I don't
I'm
know why
all
people
about that
came for
popper
me.
love, eh?
I called it a jalapeno, and they were like, Carissa, that's incorrect.
Gelato.
Jalapeno.
Jalapeno.
Right?
Avocado.
An avocado. Hello?
I heard you were talking about danya being one of your favorites. So
Yes.
I wanted to ask if these burrie rolls are done. Yeah? I couldn't help myself. A young dad joke for this morning.
Can you sing your burrie song again? I don't know if that's a...
Rocket everywhere. Rocket everywhere. If you know that song, then you know it's an absolute classic. I love how we're starting this Monday. We're celebrating with some authentic course here.
Wow.
This is worthy of a loaded burrie roll. Well played, guys. I'm feeling like you might have lost your calling. You should have been working as a chef somewhere, Chris.
A loaded burrie
chef.
Or an artist.
Oh, yeah. I've just recently discovered I'm pretty good at painting, so...
You're good,
You
but
sing, you know sport.
The limit does not exist.
It doesn't.
ExpressoShow.com, of course, you want to get this recipe, but a reminder that you don't want to go anywhere because we've got a lot to look forward to. We have our entertainer of the day who's just come through. Man's dressed in absolute lavish looks. Let me tell you, the look is going to match the voice, and it's going to be incredible. They go by the name of Dali, and you're going to find out about them in just a bit. And it doesn't stop there because our SAFTA-nominated birthday girl, Kuchle, had a little celebration, and we get to find out the latest and the greatest in all celebrations. So a lot went down, and you get to find out all about it. Front row seats just after this.
How exciting. I put
Are
my
we
front row
going to
in
eat this
center.
now? What's the deal, guys? Oh, it looks good.
Win with the Tastemaster Junior and Clover. Watch this week's show and create the ultimate burger from scratch using your favorite Clover products. Upload it to socials by replying to the competition post using hashtag the Tastemaster Junior and hashtag Clover Made with Love. You could win a KitchenAid Classic Stand Mixer plus a Clover hamper. Don't miss the Tastemaster Junior, Tuesday evenings at 7, repeat Wednesdays at 1 and Sundays at 4 p.m. Only on SABC2. Clover Made with Love.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, sorry, don't mind me. I'm just admiring these booties over here. They were absolute magic ones that were made by Carissa and G. And wow, I need to get these in my belly. But before I do, obviously official duties must commence. And we are going to be coming back to the kitchen. I think we've got some sauces to add to this. But like I said, standing by right now is Carissa with the latest when it comes to all things news. Enjoy it. Okay, I want to eat this.
Not only is she good at cooking, but also good at news. So let me deliver some of that too. We start off with your national news, where National Police Commissioner Fani Masemola reported that the newly established helpline for extortion cases received 1,180 calls, with 688 being fake. Speaking in Mthatha, Eastern Cape, Masemola noted that 431 calls were for number verification and 36 were genuine extortion reports. Launched 2 weeks ago amid rising harassment from extortion syndicates, the helpline aims to combat the issue. Recently, a traditional leader involved in extortion was killed in a police shootout, underscoring the severity of the problem. Now, sticking to local news, KwaZulu-Natal's MEC for Public Works and Infrastructure, Martin Meyer, has mandated audio and video recordings of all staff interviews and tender bid committee meetings to ensure transparency and accountability. He believes this will help restore public trust in government processes. Meyer stated that any appointment or tender not supervised in the manner would be considered invalid. Previously, tender processes were conducted behind closed doors. Now, allegations of nepotism, corruption, and officials benefiting from tenders have been raised for years, prompting this action. Looking further afield at your international news, 3 Israeli men were shot dead at the Allenby Bridge border point between Jordan and the occupied West Bank. Now, the Israel Defense Forces said a gunman arrived from the Jordanian side in a truck, exited and opened fire. Security personnel neutralized the attacker and inspected the truck for explosives. Jordan is investigating the incident, which occurred in an Israeli-controlled area used for Jordanian goods entering the West Bank. The border point is now closed on both sides. The victims were guards, not military or police, Israeli media reported. Sudan's military-led government has rejected a UN fact-finding mission's call for an international force to protect civilians amid the ongoing civil war. The mission reported harrowing human rights violations by Sudan's warring parties, which have led to thousands of deaths and nearly 8 million displaced since conflict erupted in April 2023 between the army and the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces. The mission also recommended an arms embargo on both sides. Now, Sudan's criticized the UN's call as political and illegal and a flagrant violation of their mandate. Now, your 7 o'clock news ends here, where this morning's entertainment news honors the remarkable life of Sergio Mendes, the cherished Brazilian singer and composer who introduced bossa nova to the world and has passed away in Los Angeles at 83. Surrounded by his family, including his wife of 54 years and their children, Mendes faced long-term COVID. His illustrious career spanned over 35 albums and unforgettable performances in Paris, London, and Barcelona. Starting in Niterol, Mendes gained fame with Brazil 66's Mascanada and collaborated with legends like Frank Sinatra and Stevie Wonder. Now, the 2020 documentary Sergio Mendes in the Key of Joy celebrated his magical musical journey, a testament to his joy-filled career. And we'll let the music continue his legacy. And that's where we leave your 7 o'clock news. Let's head into sports. Here's the latest with Graham.
Thank you so much, Carissa. I know you already knew this, but the Springboks did indeed secure a thrilling 18-12 victory over the All Blacks in the 2024 Castle Lager Rugby Championship, marking their 2nd consecutive win over their arch rivals. In front of a sellout crowd at DHL Stadium in Cape Town, the Boks reclaimed the Freedom Cup for the first time since 2009. This triumph also marking South Africa's 4th consecutive win over New Zealand in the professional era. So many milestones achieved. Congratulations, boys. Now, some good news in the wake of that. Springbok captain Siya Kolisi has parted ways officially with Racing 92, leaving the French club 2 years before the end of his contract, which was set to expire, as we've reported, in 2026. So Kolisi, now only still 33 years old, joined Racing in January of 2023 from the Sharks, of course. And reports are indicating that the 2-time Rugby World Cup winner may indeed return to the Sharks after the Rugby Championship. And certainly watch that space. Now let's turn to the Paralympics, and China once again topping the Paralympic medals table, finishing with an incredible 220 medals, including 94 gold, continuing their absolute dominance since Athens of 2004. Then Great Britain secured second place with 49 gold medals, while the United States, they came in third with 36 titles. Team South Africa earning 6 medals in Paris, winning 2 gold and 4 bronze, ending 46 on the table. But congratulations to the team. A much bigger outfit really did represent a baseline shift up. Now let's turn to tennis, and Arina Sabalenka captured her 3rd Grand Slam title with a hard-fought 7-5, 7-5 win over Jessica Pegula in the US Open final, adding to her Australian Open success. And elsewhere, Yannick Sinner, he claimed his 2nd Grand Slam title of 2024, certainly earned that right, defeating American Taylor Fritz 6-3, 6-4, 7-5 to become the first Italian gent, at least, to win the US Open. Now, this just in from the incredible World Surf League media team and Bianca. It's official. Katie Simmers and John Florence made history at the 2024 Lexus WSL final, securing World Surf League Championship titles. Congratulations. Both entered as top seeds and then became the first pair to maintain their #1 spots since the WSL finals began in 2021. That underpins the achievement, following, of course, Carissa Moore and Gabriel Medina's victories. But some unbelievable surfing on offer. Great to have 2 incredible champions of that ilk being crowned at this incredible stage of the tournament. So well done to them, and thanks so much to that amazing media team for keeping us updated. Right now, let's keep you updated on the roads.
Yeah, our team has been absolutely incredible this morning, absolutely honoured, and our traffic team has come through with a lot. So let's see how we can assist you now on the roads. Peter Maritzburg's up first in KZN. The N3 eastbound is closed after the ramp towards Peter Brown Drive. Now, as a result of a truck accident, as you can see from the visuals, there's a heavy backlog which is expected. So please make use of an alternative route and drive safely when passing through. We move from KZN to Gauteng and Germiston, to be specific. There's been a multi-vehicle accident on the N12 westbound before Galuli's interchange. Now, the right lane is closed, so again, delays are expected, so please do allow for more added travel time. We're sticking to Gauteng and now moving to Centurion. Traffic is at a standstill, and this along the N1 southbound between Olifantsfontein Road and Brakfontein. So again, please maintain a safe following distance when passing through this area. And from Gauteng, move to Cape Town. Delays are being experienced on the M5 northbound at the N2 inbound ramp. And again, from these visuals, you can see there is going to be some congestion. So wherever you are headed, buckle up and please do drive carefully. From the roads, we now head to the skies and find out what's happening in the world of weather. Reporting from the world of weather right now, and environmental news this morning is that South Africa is playing a key role in developing a situational analysis for vulture conservation across the Southern African Development Community region. Now, this in order to create a vulture strategy. Now, this initiative involves various stakeholders working to ensure vultures' survival and their critical ecosystem services. Now, the strategy aims to halt the intentional poisoning of vultures and collaborate with traditional medicine practitioners to promote sustainable practices. Now, education efforts will emphasize vultures' ecological and cultural significance. And this work aligns with International Vulture Awareness Day, which took place this weekend on Saturday. Now, it was highlighting the urgent need for vulture conservation amid rising extinction threats. Some lovely eco news that we just mixed up into the world of weather right now, and it's all applicable when it comes to our big blue planet. And speaking of, we'd love to see pictures of exactly that, and especially as the sun rises on our big blue. And that's what we're doing right now, showcasing Emil's shot all the way from Harare in Zimbabwe. Yeah, we're going international, exploring the African continent and showing you how beautiful that sunrise can be. And that's all thanks to Emil. So thank you so much for sending this one through from across the borders. 063-408-8863. We absolutely love to see your sunrise view, and hopefully in the next hour we can do another. For now, though, it's your opportunity to see what temperatures you can expect on your side of town.
Weather's looking good across the rest of the country. And if you are feeling a little bit of chill on your side of the world, let me tell you right now that we're going to heat things up on this Monday morning, because standing right next to me is Dali, baby. And we brought him in to share his journey when it comes to music, from KwaMashu to Cape Town to the world. I can't wait to let you in on what's to do with this wonderful person. Do you see his hair though? Do you see the blue hair?
Blue?
It's looking good. He's also going to perform a
you.
couple of songs for us on this Monday morning. Not only that, we get into our SAFTA-nominated Kutle's journey for her birthday. Yes, she deserves to celebrate so much, and we get intel into how exactly that went down. So we'll see you after this, Mzansi, for more goodness on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
And just like that, you're back on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Thank you for spending your Monday morning with us. It's so good to have you here. And you came at such a good time, let me tell you, because joining us right now is Durban native musician who goes by the name Dali. And now listen, from choirs to talent shows, plays to dance competitions, he really has done it all. And he's recently released a new project. It's called Shades of Blue. And if you look at his hair, you'll know exactly why. But we've got to take a look at what it's all about.
I'm trying to live my life, run away from all the outside noise and dive into what I've been missing. Escape to paradise, where there's not a care or inhibitions, living like we should. Where you can take the weight off and lift yourself up from the floor, get out and go find what you're looking for. Take all of your pain, leave it at the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Dali!
Dali,
Thank you so much.
Oh, that is incredible.
That was
And
such
I hate to do this, to ever compare you to people, but I hope you take it as a compliment, because I'm giving it that way. But I'm getting like Lenny Kravitz vibes
I've
mixed
gotten
with
that.
like, if South Africa had their own version, we just found him, man.
I'll take it, thank you. I've gotten that comparison, especially with that song.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, someone to something here. Eh? How you doing, bro?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, we're excited. We're fantastic.
Yeah.
Happy, yeah. I was saying to Raul, it has got that like nostalgic feel to it. I was also getting a bit of Nirvana in it. And I feel like you're a bit of a genre bender, like kind of borrowing from everything to create your own unique sound. I mean, what was that journey like to get Dali to where he is now?
I mean, I have a very eclectic taste in music since growing up due to my family, my brother, my parents. So it's never limited the type of music that I make.
Yeah.
from R&B or hip hop to pop, indie music, which is where I'm at now. But even going forward, like I could make anything that I feel like making.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That means we're going to get you back here more and more talking about wild things.
Oh no, I have to come back. Yes.
But let's start with the first, right? Because
Yeah.
you've done something cool. You're working on a project called Shades of Blue.
Yes.
The man even came prepared. The hair's
With
done
the blue
did.
hair, listen, on theme.
Talk to me about this. Is this the Monday blues we're talking about here? Is it the good kind of blue?
It's the good kind and the bad kind. So Shades of Blue is essentially a love story. The highs and lows, the joys and heartbreaks of love, and eventually getting to a place where you find self-love and peace.
Ooh, nice.
It's an indie pop project that has a very summer feel. So that's where the blue comes from. Blue skies, blue waters, and feeling blue.
Yeah.
You know? So it's not always the good blues. And I worked with a bunch of producers, actually from around the world, because we meet people on the
Casual.
internet these
Casual.
days.
You know, I'm just going international.
I mean, it's the internet that really helps.
True.
But yeah, we wrote and recorded a bunch of songs and were able to put together like a cohesive project and tell a story.
Oh, I love that. And I'm so glad that you're sharing your story with the rest of the country today. But I am curious about your journey throughout music. I mean, you were born in KwaMashu and then moved to the mother city on your own because you were sent to schools that your family was actually in Jersey and you were kind of figuring out your path
me off.
here. They shipped you off, man. And of course, in Cape Town, you're still based here, finding your feet still as an artist now. So tell me more about that journey of finding your sound and finding Dali for who and what he is today.
Yeah, it was quite a journey because I studied economics and finance at UCT, not thinking I'd initially, like, that music was a viable career until I was halfway through it and I was like, no, there's no way I'm going to be in corporate. Right? And my family was just like, listen, just finish this and then afterwards you can do exactly what you want to do, which is what I did. I started writing and recording while I was in varsity, so I'd have something to show for it afterwards. And it wasn't easy, you know, like if you're not passionate about something and that degree isn't easy in itself, but I have no regrets because I learned a lot and economics and finance will always come in handy no matter what's...
Absolutely. As an independent artist, you need that,
Literally, bro,
actually.
and
100%.
It's so crazy. I studied the same thing at varsity. And
Did you?
I feel like these things force us to find our creativity. It forces you to find a way, like, nah, I can't be doing this
I was
forever.
trying to find my way out.
Yeah, that's the path, actually.
So I'm grateful you went through that journey, man,
I
because
also,
it resulted in this, which I'm so grateful to see. You are looking like a complete package, styled up.
you.
I feel like if you weren't a musician, you'd be a model or something crazy.
Thanks, man.
But with that being said, it feels like you have this energy that could almost do anything. I feel like you can achieve anything. You literally just need to say the word, wield that wand, and you got it. Where do you go from here? We've got a credible project on the line. It feels like anything can happen. Where to next?
Yeah, I mean, right now it's more music. I've been in studio, like at the moment, just working on new and exciting stuff.
Beautiful.
I started getting my feet wet with performing this year, so it's just really doing more and more of that. And I'm enjoying shooting music videos, as you guys have seen, so I really want to get more of those out as well. And you're right, though, I don't want to limit myself. There's a lot of avenues I still want to explore, like, but further down, once I've gotten the music thing on lock,
Well, I think the music
exciting.
journey is a lifelong one, and we are here
is.
on that journey with you, walking alongside. And thank you so much for being here. We're
Thank
very
you so
excited
much
to
for
hear
having
your
me.
sound.
I'm so honest
4
with you.
songs. I'm telling you, we are
we're
in
getting
for
4.
a treat today.
I was shook when I heard I was performing 4, but I was ready for that challenge.
I hope you are...
Challenge accepted.
Yeah, well, I hope you are ready, Mzansi. We're going to be diving into seeing what makes Dali tick and the talents that he's been absolutely blessed with that he's come to share with you. And he's not talking about his economics and finance right now.
No.
It's his talent and it's his voice. Stick around.
As we prepare for our little mini concert, which we cannot wait for, I want you to hone in on this quote. Oprah, I think, said it best. The more you praise and celebrate your life, the more there is in life to celebrate. It just works like that. It's all about the treasured moments shared with loved ones. And, oh, we are so proud of this particular one that we love. Kutle, of course, our SAFTA-nominated presenter. Well done, girl. Celebrated her very own birthday in style with some very amazing close friends, creating some very special memories along the way. Take a look.
It is said that friendship makes life so much more beautiful. And today I have the pleasure of celebrating another lap around the sun with my beloved friends. I've set this up for you guys, okay? Thank you, Harmony.
Oh, this is amazing. Wow. She's like a little sister to me. We work together. And yeah, she's just a really amazing person.
What I admire most about Guhle, as somebody especially who's been trying to get into the presenter space, is definitely the hard work that she's put through. She's funny, easy to interact with, and I really hope to follow in those footsteps.
I'm very grateful for my family, for my life, for my career, for alignment. And 28 is about tapping into more of my interests. And I'm just letting go now and allowing life to do what it's supposed to do and allowing the flow of it to align me with my greater purpose. I am obsessed with everything going on here. How delicious is it?
It really is.
My goodness. So this is cheers to a bright future, alignment, connecting with our purpose, and of course, a very delicious and good night.
Oh, cheers to that.
Namhlanje, we are making a birthday cake, but with a twist. We're making a birthday pancake cake with a milk tart filling with strawberry toppings. It's local, it's lekker, it's iconic, it's unique, and it's oh so delicious.
I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't know if I trust Guhle with the responsibility of cooking. I know she's good at ordering things in restaurants, but we'll see today how it goes.
We have a segment of a show called What's Cooking, and she does really well there. I think she's a presenter, so she's presenting the food and commentating on the food. So we want to see if she can actually make the food from scratch. I guess we'll find out what's cooking.
How is it going in there, Guhle?
Yeah, everything's all right. What?
Yeah, I thought I smelled smoke, but...
No, I've got everything handled over here, okay? I'm just making pancakes, guys. Relax.
The smoke is the flavoring, right?
It is.
All right.
It's charred strawberry toppings. Have you ever heard of that?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Guhle. Happy birthday to you.
I love the fact that it's so creative. Like, who would think like a pancake cake with milk tart? Like, that's crazy. And some strawberry just for some health, just a little bit.
What I love so much about today is the fact that I'm surprised about enjoying milk tarts. I've always been on the fence about the flavor, but mixed with pancakes, it tastes incredible. Out of 10, this cake is honestly going to get a 10 out of 10 for me. Anybody that can change me to like milk tarts deserves a 10.
Because she made it, I'll give it a 20 out of 10.
Obviously, with any get-together, a time for cleanup is absolutely needed. And luckily, with the Sunlight Extra Power automatic dishwashing tablets, dishes are no longer a problem that consumes so much of our time. Now, using the dishwashing tablets is very easy and simple. Just follow these steps. Place the tablet in the dispenser without removing the hydroform wrapper and close it. It looks like plastic, but trust me, it is not. It is meant to be on the tablet. Now, these aren't just any dishwashing tablets. The Sunlight Extra Power automatic machine dishwashing tablets remove tough encrusted stains and have a degreasing agent. And since we're baking today, this is essential. They have anti-stain agents and are designed to protect your machine during the washing process. What's really cool is that the Sunlight Extra Power automatic machine dishwashing tablets don't require a pre-rinse cycle. I know that cleanup will now be a breeze, leaving me with more time to spend hosting and enjoying the evening. So you guys know I've been taking some art classes, right? I'm no professional here. This is just where your creativity flows. The theme for today's painting session is, of course, birthday. I'm always working, constantly working, and I was looking for hobbies that I can do at home. And a friend of mine is a fine artist, and I just remembered that we used to have needlework and artwork in primary school, and I just wanted to tap back into that youthfulness, the nature of like creating a space where there's no judgment and you allow your creativity to flow, and I am absolutely loving it.
The difficult part is just carrying the weight of talent amongst the three of us when it comes to art. So I'm definitely feeling that on my shoulders. It seems as if my mind and my hand are just working together right now, and they know exactly what to do.
You say difficulty, what is this word? For me, difficulty is just a word in the dictionary. I just blink and voila.
With Sunlight Extra Power automatic machine dishwashing tablets, you don't have to worry about finding dirt in your dishes and residue in your machine because the tablets ensure hygienically clean dishes with every single wash. Sunlight Extra Power automatic machine dishwashing tablets, an unbeatable clean in just one wash.
Today I'm grateful for life. I mean, for good friends, for an opportunity to spend time together. I think a lot of times, because we're in such a new age, everyone's on their phones, we're always on like social media, watching TV, streaming and all of that stuff. We rarely come together and actually connect.
Today, I'm just so grateful about the opportunity of spending time with friends. I think our schedules get so busy, it becomes so difficult to make time for friends, which is extremely important. That's where growth comes from. And today, I feel like I've already grown so much just by being surrounded by like-minded people.
Are you ready for this?
What?
The vow.
No! What's this?
You want to know what this card is?
Yes.
This means it's time to go home. It means work is calling. That's what it means. Good day. Thank you so much for such an amazing time. Happy birthday, happy birthday. We wish you so much more happiness, joy, and love and success in your life.
Oh my goodness, you're both gonna make me so emotional. It was truly special celebrating my birthday with the two of you. Consider the cake and the cleaning a gift from me to you for coming over. Oh my goodness, it's never the right time. Cheers, guys. I'll see you soon. Hopefully, we need to make more time.
Yeah.
Oh, bye.
First of all, can we just say happy birthday, gorgeous girl, and congratulations on the SAFTA nomination. We will be talking to her about that, don't worry, and telling you how you can vote. We'll keep it up on our socials, but we love this girl. And of course, being a birthday, we want presents, and you get the present, actually.
Yes, listen, you stand the chance to win a Philips air fryer to the value of over 4,000 Rand. All you have to do is simply reply to the competition post on the Expresso social media pages, and Raul, they just have to tell us this one very detailed question.
It's really simple, right? So after a games night and birthday celebration, we want to know, how do you choose who must clean up afterwards? Oh, this is a big question. Don't forget, of course, to include the hashtag entertaining with sunlight and follow sunlight.za on Instagram and Facebook to be eligible to be our winner. And a reminder, the competition closes Thursday, the 12th of September at midday, and T's and C's can be found at expressoshow.com. That's a loaded question.
I didn't know there was a process to choose. I'll just always do it now. I assume that, so you mean there's a get out of jail free card?
Let's keep it that way.
No, however you get it done, just get the job done and do it quickly, because you don't want to be away from your TV for too long, because after the break, Dali is going to be performing.
Yes.
We've got 4 performances. It's a little mini concert just for you beautiful people, and look at that.
Oh,
Man,
come on,
he's ready.
superstar status.
And we've been loving the sound checks. Oh, my word. We are going on a musical journey this morning.
Definitely. Another journey that we're going to go on. I mean, I alluded to it a bit earlier when we were making boerewors rolls, and it's all about crushing it, baby. We are making some delicious sauces using juice. I don't know if you've ever heard of this, but from mango chutney to so much more, it's going to be absolutely delicious.
Interesting. Mangoes, wherever a woman goes, a mango.
Mangoes.
What are the jokes today?
Enter the Maggie Cook the Difference competition, and your Maggie recipe stands a chance of being featured in the Maggie Cookbook, winning you one of 10 sets of CETA accredited courses, each worth 10,000 Rand, plus a chance at the grand prize and a brand partnership with Maggie worth over 275,000 Rand. Competition runs 7th of August to the 15th of September. Entry details and T's and C's at expressoshow.com.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, it has been the best day ever. Thank you so much for choosing us to start your week, and you're about to get your just rewards.
Absolutely. We've been hyping him up for quite some time, and we got to know the man behind the music by taking to the stage right now to perform and Nirvana from his latest project is the one and only Dali.
Bring it on.
My name is Dali, and thank you so much for having me, Expresso. I'm going to be performing a few songs for you guys, and I'm going to start with Ah. The song means a lot to me, and you're about to see why.
I'm trying to live my life, run away from all the outside noise and dive into what I've been missing. Escape to paradise, where there's not a care or inhibitions. Living like we should, we can take the weight off and pick yourself up from the floor. Get out and go find what you're looking for. Take all of your pain, leave it at the shore, and open up to what life has in store. I want to excel, and that's just what I'm gonna do. Let go and feel the tide. Just go with the flow, cause time is borrowed, and we'll see what life is giving. We so afraid to die. Time to live like we don't know tomorrow. Only way is up. Take the weight off and pick yourself up from the floor. Get out and go find what you're looking for. Take all of your pain, leave it at the shore, and open up to what life is in store. No, I'm gonna shine no matter what I'm going through.
Thank you. This next one's called Nirvana, and it's another one of my favorites. Let's go.
Run away with me, come on, baby. Don't know where we're going, but one thing I know for sure, life doesn't have to be complicated. Just live in the moment, which way the wind's blowing, and I know just what you're feeling, and I can tell you're so conceited. Let it go, run away with me, come on, baby. Just live in the moment, which way the wind's blowing, so hold on to me, baby. We can take a ride, only you and I, cause I know life can be crazy. Dance until we die, leave our cares behind, let's go. Cause you're my one-on-one, go head into the sun, just see me on the run, so hold on to me, baby. Dance until we die, leave our cares behind, let's go. Up, away to Nirvana, baby. Go higher and higher, where things just feel lighter. We'll do all the things that we wanna, baby. Let love make to life's harsh reminders. It's a sweet escape I'm needing, and we could just exhale and leave it all. Let's go up, up, away to Nirvana, baby. Go higher and higher, let love make us blinder. So hold on to me, baby. We can take a ride, only you and I, 'cause I know life can be crazy. Dance until we die, leave our cares behind. Let's go, 'cause you're my other one. We'll head into the sun, just you, me on the run. So hold on to me, baby. Dance until we die, leave our cares behind. Let's go.
Oh, just let that feeling stay for the rest of the week. We're just going to drift through. Absolutely beautiful. You are absolutely, he's a genre bender.
Yes.
I love it. Dolly is here to perform just for us and for you a little bit. 2 more performances, in fact, coming your way.
Didn't it feel like summer to you
It
guys?
feels like this man's inspiring me to get a convertible, drop down that top, head over to the coast, and just cruise through while I'm making some incredible memories. It's the soundtrack to
Just
my
let the
life right
scarf,
now.
just
Yeah,
let the
just
scarf
scarf
flow,
in the
Ruth.
hair.
Just let the scarf flow. We absolutely love that. Now, of course, overnight, the small matter of the US Open just played out. Absolutely incredible. Yannick Sinner is the men's champ. We will get into all of those highlights. I think Nasli and Ricky are joining us to take us inside one of the biggest Grand Slam moments of the year.
Beautiful, yes, that's Sinner versus Fritz. Can't wait to get into that chat. Not only that, you've heard of making things from scratch, but have you heard of making things from crush? Well, we're going to do that because we're crushing it, baby. Making sauces from the ground up. And I think, Raul, you're going to like that one. It's got like a mango infused
Oh, you know me and the
something.
mangoes. Yeah, man. I can't wait for them, Zadzi, and I know you can't either. So what do you need to do? Don't go anywhere. Maybe just quickly go somewhere, but only for like a second, and then we'll see you after this.
Okay, we're back. We're back. Welcome back. Time to embrace that DIY project. I know it can be daunting, it can be a little terrifying at times, but with the right person in your corner, it could also be a breeze.
Absolutely. I'm getting so excited for this part. It's time for another episode of Handy Heroes. And today, the experts from Paint Emporium and Hardware in Blackheath share their DIY hacks and valuable paint tips to help make your next DIY project, I think, as easy as 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. I don't know, simple.
Powered by Plascon, today's handy heroes come from Paint Emporium and Hardware in Blackheath, Johannesburg.
We started off in August in 2002, going on strongly for nearly 22 years now, serving the community and getting a lot of support from our loyal customers. Makes me proud about the store is the way we serve our clients and also the fact that we've got friendly staff and wide range of products that we sell. The reason why I think this is the best hardware and paint store in the area is not only because our excellent service that we give to our clients, but also our product knowledge. I must say Plascon is one of the products that really stands out. The main reason why Plascon is one of the best products to buy is the wide range they have. I must say my favorite Plascon product is definitely Velvaglow, especially the solvent based because of the built-in primer it's got, the toughness of the polyurethane, and the places where you can use it. My DIY tip I'm going to speak about if you're going to paint your roofs, it's always best to do a masking tape test first. If you see some of that pieces of towel coming off with it, it means you have to apply a bonding liquid on the towel first. My DIY motto is just remember preparation is key, so apply the right primer and then finish it off with 2 final coats.
Today's Handy Heroes is powered by Plascon Wall and All. Unmatched dirt, stain, water and fade resistance to keep your walls beautiful for years. Plascon, together we've got this.
Oh, coming through with the absolute goods. And I know right now I'm in the absolute spirit of renovation.
You smell like paint right now, buddy.
I was like checking my fingers. I'm like, nah, that's definitely paint in there. But let me tell you, I'm working on my design rules at the moment. And it's incredible to see renovations take place in such a cool way. You get to see it at the end of this month. It's happening Sunday, the 28th of September. So stick around 7 p.m. for that one. And I think this has given me the inspiration to maybe carry on adding some advice for those contestants too.
Oh, I know. I'm sure they must be driven insane by you when you weigh in at number 99. Oh, maybe you want to do like a nice mauve, or the color palette of this year is going a bit more sandy. I love it. Well, thankfully, we do have the professionals in our corner. We want you guys to start your week off on the best note possible. Maybe some nice meal prep hacks is what you're after. And today, we are going to have a whole lot of fun diving into affordable and convenient meal prep with a little twist, using crush juices to create some versatile and, yes, absolutely delicious sauces for any perfect occasion. Go get to work,
delicious.
buddy.
Yeah, I'm going to get some of that. All right, see you there.
Join me in the kitchen. Talking about DIY, we're going to take that to the whole other level in the culinary world and the culinary space, because we're going to make some really interesting things from scratch using clover juices. It's something that you don't think a juice could do, but this juice definitely can. And I'm very excited to do 2 of these examples of sauces. And we got to get into it. It's affordable, it's really nice and easy, and it's impressive. Okay. I have to give you that. So we're going to make a chutney, and we're going to make kind of like a berry coulis. So I think we should do that.
Are those like the official names you're giving it?
That's my official name.
Official name. So,
yeah.
okay, a berry coulis and a?
And a mango chutney.
I love it, okay.
Using clover. It's going to be great. I don't know if we should do this at the same time, but basically, you're going to add your frozen berries to a dry saucepan.
Okay.
Go in with the sugar, go in with some lemon zest, go in with half a cup of juice, and then just reduce that. And then basically you can use that on and in everything.
Crazy. So I'm just trying to figure out, how come you have onions on your side and like weird spicy things? What's happening? Is that sort of like a savory sauce?
Ryle. We're moving from sweet to savory.
So yours could work great with, let's say, things like meats, actually any meat of that kind. I'm thinking like a nice roast chicken or something. You could glaze it, you could go crazy.
Ooh,
and then what would this work with, like a dessert of some kind?
I would say put that on some ice cream and you're good to go. In fact, you could put it on anything. You could put it on pavlova if you want to think about desserts, or even breakfast. Like imagine and oats, and then you drizzle some of that on top.
Stop it. I like it.
Stop it, I like it.
Stop it, I like it. All right, so we're going to start with the dry pans, right?
Yes,
We're doing
could you
similar-
switch the stove on? and then we can move
At your
from there.
service. Let's get that
All
going.
right, what do I have here? I've got some onions, garlic, some mango chunks that are actually frozen, so that's great. You can keep that in your freezer. We've got some cumin seeds, some peppers, and vinegar, of course, because we are making a chutney. It is a preservative, so it's going to last a while. And then you've got some sugar and some juice, of course, and we've got the mango fruit juice blend.
Beautiful.
Shall we get into
stuff.
it?
Let's get into it. Now, you mentioned that this is something that can actually be stored because there's a preservative in this.
Absolutely.
That's really cool. So I would suggest that when you do go get this recipe, that you double it. Yeah, so you can have more for the entire week. That sounds perfect. Right, so what have you started with on your side?
Okay, so I got my cumin seeds in. We're just going to have them get fragrant and toasty and delicious. And
right.
you're going in with your berries.
Yes.
And those
is
are
there-
mixed berries.
These are mixed berries, and I don't know if this is correct or not, but these are frozen, right?
Those are frozen.
So does it actually matter at the end because they're basically all going to kind of reduce and melt and work with the sugar? So as long as you get any berries frozen are great because you can store it, and I think it's always a lot more convenient to source that. But yeah, let's keep going with this. So we've used the dry pan. Pan is on. That's kind of like reducing and melting. I'm getting berry sensations already on my side. I don't know if the camera wants to see this right now. Look at that. It looks good. All right. And then you're going in and adding more of the savory while I add some sugar to my side, right?
Yes, so I'm going in, and it's a dry pan. Remember, we don't need oil, so it's even healthier. I've got some onions going here, along with, of course, we have the delicious cumin seeds that have been toasted, and it is so incredibly good. Now,
Ooh, do you want to show the camera what that looks like, just by the way? Because I must say, your preparation today, Carissa, has been on point. I really like what you're doing here. I don't know if all the credit always goes to you, though, because we have an incredible team out here. Shout out to our kitchen crew.
They just make us look really good, if I'm being honest.
I'm here for it. I want to just show you right now. If you saw what I showed you in the pan earlier, look what's just happened now. Just with the heat and with the sugar, it's starting to caramelize. You can see how that syrup is really coming through. So this is a bit of a reduction.
Oh, I like that.
And I got to say that the colors also are really inviting on my side. I love the deep reds, the plums. It gives that richness that you know you're going to get. And also, let's not forget some good vitamins, vitamin C and some good stuff coming from fruits.
Yes,
so
vitamin A, C, and D.
we are on it over here, all right?
Sounds like a rock band.
I'm talking too much because we do have another sauce on your side. What's happening there?
Okay, so I'm going to grate in some garlic. Again, I don't know why I'm always trying to do this with my birthday nail. Ah!
Your birthday
Sorry,
nail?
I just burnt myself. Huh?
What did you say? You have a birthday nail? What does that mean? What is it? I need to know.
My birthday nails.
Oh, I thought you had like a specific one you're going to keep until next year, and it's like a whole... Okay, I'm going too deep here, am I? Let me just zest my lemon in your salon, right? And that is another step of my recipe, in case you're wondering, Mzansi. Getting the zest on. I've added sugar, I've added my berries, I've not added anything else. I'm onto the zesting, and I'm almost at that step where I can add my hero ingredient, but not just yet. We're going to get there. How are you looking on your side?
So I've got my garlic also zested in here. And I think we're ready for the mangoes. So we're going to go straight in. And remember that this is quite a quick recipe for a coulis or a chutney. It's going to be cooking for like, I don't know, I would say 15 to 20 minutes.
Oh, that's not bad. I mean, this is a cool show-off opportunity as well. They're like prepared before the guests or your family come through, and they're like, "Whoa, you make your sauce from scratch?" Yeah, and I'm crushing it.
Yeah, and I'm thinking about crushing it. Listen, Clover Crush has got such a great wide range of flavors like mango that we're using today and berries. And Crush 100% fruit blend range offers delicious but also refreshing options perfect for any occasion that everyone in the family can enjoy, from the kids to the adults. It's going to be good for absolutely everybody. All right, are you ready for your hero?
I think I am. Are we doing a half a cup?
We're doing a half a cup of the berries.
I see why we did that, because we keep the other half so we can just chill here and sip on the good stuff.
Absolutely.
Well played. You have
It's a
come
nice
through
side.
with the perfect recipe. So let me just eyeball this one. Oh, about half. I think it's about a 500 ml, so half of that would be perfect.
Yeah.
And I'll keep the rest for me.
You do that, but once you finish it, you could actually take the label off and then use that bottle to put the product, the end product back inside.
Who are you even? What have you become? A hack queen. Wow. I love that tip. That's great. And that's, again, preventing us from wasting at the same time. So if there was ever a more efficient recipe when it comes to putting a sauce together, creating it from scratch, well, I think you've officially crushed it, Carissa. Congratulations.
Oh, thank
well played.
you.
Well played.
Well, this full recipe is available on expressoshow.com, so don't waste any time. Impress the people around you and make sure that you also make a chutney inspired by clover crush. And, of course, a coulis that you can put on top of any dessert or even breakfast if you like it like that. Going forward, I'm telling you, you'll thank me later for this.
Yeah, you've impressed me, I've got to say. Well done. Well played.
It's a pleasure.
To enjoy every drop of goodness from the freshest fruit full of vitamins. Crush it real good. Clover Crush, your daily goodness. Also in delicious new nectar.
Drained? Dehydrated? You have lost more than just fluid. Recover faster. Add Rehydrate, SA's #1 oral electrolyte mixture.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. We've been speaking about sports, and yes, the rugby has dominated, so we thought, let's give tennis a little bit of time to shine. And this morning, we turn our attention to the final tennis Grand Slam of the year, the US Open. Aryna Sabalenka claiming her third Grand Slam title with a gripping 7-5, 7-5 victory over Jessica Pegula in their US Open final, while Yannick Sinner, a young man with big things on his shoulders and in his future, secured his second major, defeating Taylor Fritz 6-3, 6-4, 7-5, both champions showcasing some remarkable resilience. I think that's been the key word in sport this year, marking a thrilling weekend at Arthur Ashe Stadium. And tennis coach Ricky Solomon and super fan Nasli Abrams joins us to chat about what's been unfolding in New York. We absolutely love this. I love it when we've got a weekend where you actually have to be a bit schizophrenic to go from one sporting code to the other. So I have to go ask, are you guys okay after all of the sport this weekend?
No sleep, but fine. Yes. Gone, but fine.
So let's start with Aryna Sabalenka. Why was this such an amazing moment for her? Because it kind of feels like we're starting a new era. And I know we say that every year because so many greats have hung around, but in the women's game, it really is a much more open field. So a lot more pressure to stake your claim.
Yes. She's always been one of the big guns. You know, when people tend to ask me who's one of your favorites for this, I'll always say Sabalenka, but we're not sure. Like, she's regarded, we mentioned that she's like a dark horse in this thing. And hopefully, maybe she even feels that way herself. Like, she could maybe feel like, I'm supposed to be there, but I'm not there enough. So this was massive for her in that sense. I'm sure she's feeling like you know, I've achieved what I know I can, you know? Yeah.
When we look at and we track players that are in that zone, I'm going to call it the corridor of uncertainty, where they should, you would think, based on what she's achieved, you would have that self-belief. But when there are 17-year-olds knocking on that door, 16-year-olds, it must feel so unforgiving. How important is it in the modern era of tennis to have that Grand Slam badge?
So for Sabalenka, she felt personally like she should have won it last year. So
I think a lot of people would have felt that, yeah.
So she skipped the Olympics. She practiced on hard courts. She prepared to win this. So I would also say on any given day, she might hit. It's a swing and a miss with her. But I was convinced that she was going to take it because she was utterly committed to winning.
That being said, could Jessica have done it? It was close, it was titanic, it required a lot of digging deep. Were there moments where it could have gone, or do you think she held sway? Did she have the momentum or inertia?
Man, you need to win a slam, to win your local tournament.
You got to dig.
You got to dig, and you have to win it a few times till you really believe. You know, this is where I belong, and I can do this. And so I felt like when I was watching it, there was just moments where she was like, man, is it my time? You know, is this real? Is it my time? And she played those very crucial points just a little bit, just a little bit too reserved, I felt. Sometimes you need to actually try and win the point.
Or you got to get out of your own way.
And so there's a difference between winning the point and not losing the point.
I like
Sabalenka wins points. She wins points. There's no such thing as I'm not trying to lose. And Pegula played a little bit like I just this is a very crucial moment. I'm going to try not lose the point.
But she would have had that fire lit as well. So hopefully, and we know often the best narratives in sports, certainly in tennis, are built around these sorts of negative moments that can inspire that. But I think we can expect big things from Sabalenka moving forward. So I think she's hopefully smashed that ceiling for herself.
I also believe
the self-belief. Let's talk about Jannik Sinner, because I feel guilty. This whole year we've been focusing on getting the other rivalry, getting the other big matchup, and it was building towards it. We're going to get Djokovic, we're going to get Alcaraz in this final, and it's going to be amazing. And there were non-features. This young man has earned the right. 2 Grand Slams, an incredible year. What do you make of his charge, despite all of the greats that he's sharing the court with? He is the guy.
He's the guy. In my opinion, he's the guy. I picked him always over Alcaraz as the guy. And it's going to be a very tight rivalry. I mean, the Grand Slams are split evenly between the two of them. It's 50-50 at the moment. And I really want to be an Alcaraz super fan, but Sinner's my guy.
And you know, she is a super fan, so when she fans hard.
No, she does.
She fans hard. That being said, could Taylor Fritz have done anything in the makeup? Because Sinner's riding, when we talk about inertia, the self-belief just seems to, even through injury, through having doctors in the previous round, doctors are working on both athletes. He's got the mental, he's got the physical, he's got the attributes. He seems like he's been made from a mold.
Taylor Fritz is a top player. Yeah. What do you say?
No, I was...
He was 100%.
She was going to pour more love on Sinner, man. I'm sorry.
maybe. But as Taylor Fritz is he's a supreme athlete. You know, he's a top athlete. Massive serve, very solid back. He's got a very good game. But Sinner, we were speaking about this. We think like Sinner is one of these like diamonds. Like just he's from where I'm standing from, that coaching side, the way he strikes the ball. I mean, I mentioned it when I've been here before a couple times already. The way he strikes the ball, just his base level. His base level of striking the ball is much higher than anyone we've ever seen. Like,
and even when he's moving, when he's sliding, he's getting more power and speed and topspin and absolutely everything.
It's coming. It's just his natural shot. People think he's hitting winners, but he's not. It's his natural shot. That is just
ends up being a
extremely
winner.
powerful. It just ends up being a winner.
I'm
This
turning
is
into a
natural shot.
super fan as I sit here right
Natural shot
now.
is just fantastic.
Yeah, and I think we've all been sleeping on Yannick Sinner just a little bit. Not you, Nasli. I know you've identified one in advance, but the bottom line is we love to embrace these new kind of modern rivalries in a modern game. And so often in tennis, we get caught up in the GOATs because there's so many of them still around. But look at those two faces. I have a feeling they are going to become GOATs in this new era of tennis. Nasli, Ricky, we love you guys. Go and get some sleep, man, because next weekend it's going to be all over again. We love it.
A minute after 8 o'clock, let's get into your final bit of news for this morning. Now we get started with national news, where eThekwini municipality has launched a major project to clear Durban of hijacked or neglected buildings. In partnership with the Department of Public Works, Mayor Cyril Aba aims to boost Durban's status as KwaZulu-Natal's economic hub. Many of these buildings are overtaken by illegal occupants. So far, 76 problem buildings have been identified. Of these, 58 are privately owned, 18 are government-owned buildings, while 16 have been hijacked and are illegally occupied. Efforts are underway to refurbish, demolish, or return these properties to their rightful owners. Now, sticking to South African news, National Police Commissioner Fani Masemola reported that the newly established helpline for extortion cases received 1,180 calls, with 688 being fake. Speaking in Mthatha, Eastern Cape, Masemola noted that 431 calls were for number verification and 36 were genuine extortion reports. Launched 2 weeks ago amid rising harassment from extortion syndicates, the helpline aims to combat the issue. Recently, a traditional leader involved in extortion was killed in a police shootout, underscoring the severity of the problem. Now, looking further afield at your international news, Algerian authorities declared President Abdelmadjid Tebboune the decisive winner of Saturday's election, despite allegations of irregularities from a rival candidate. Voter turnout was below 50%. Mohamed Sharfi, head of the Electoral Commission, assured that all efforts were made to ensure transparency and fairness. Official results show Tebboune received 95% of the vote, avoiding a second-round runoff. The election follows 2 years of new representative laws and a crackdown on political speech, during which many critics of the current administration have been silenced. 3 Israeli men were shot dead at the Allenby Bridge border point between Jordan and the occupied West Bank. Now, the Israel Defense Forces said a gunman arrived from the Jordanian side in a truck, exited and opened fire. Security personnel neutralized the attacker and inspected the truck for explosives. Jordan is investigating the incident, which occurred in an Israeli-controlled area used for Jordanian goods traveling or entering the West Bank. The border point is now closed on both sides. The victims were guards, not military or police. Israeli media did report that. Now, finally, South Africa's working on Fire Kishugu joint venture firefighters returned home after an heroic mission in Canada, where they helped battle intense wildfires in Alberta province. Touching down in Kruger Mpumalanga International Airport, the 216 firefighters were met with heartfelt cheers from family, dignitaries, as well as Kishushu management. At a special homecoming ceremony, they were praised for their courage, discipline, and dedication. Now, the Canadian High Commissioner Christopher Cooter expressed deep gratitude, acknowledging the impact of their efforts, while the Deputy Minister, Berenice Swartz, commended the team, celebrating their skill, their resilience, and also their professionalism. She said their efforts not only saved lives and property in Canada, but also elevated South Africa's reputation on the global stage. Well done to those heroes, and we welcome you home back on good ground. And that's where we leave your news for today. Let's check in for your sports for the final time.
Thank you so much, Carissa. I suppose we have to start with this one. The Springboks secured a thrilling and, yes, pretty nervy 18-12 victory over the All Blacks in their 2024 Castle Rugby Championship encounter on Saturday, marking now their second consecutive win over their arch rivals. And in front of a sellout crowd, a very fortunate crowd at DHL Stadium in Cape Town, the Boks reclaimed the Freedom Cup for the first time since 2009. You can see what it meant to the players, both past and present. This triumph also marking South Africa's fourth consecutive win over New Zealand in the professional era. So many milestones achieved. Congratulations, lads. Most notably, our try-scoring captain, Siya Kolisi. So let's delve a little deeper into his narrative at the moment. And it seems he has officially parted ways with Racing 92, leaving the French club 2 years before the end of his contract, which was set to expire in 2026. So Kolisi joined Racing in January of 2023 from the Sharks, of course. Reports are indicating that the two-time Rugby World Cup winner may indeed return to the Sharks after the Rugby Championship. I would imagine they wouldn't have gone to this level of trouble to bring him back to South Africa if that weren't the end game. So hopefully we'll see him back in the black and white soon. Now let's cast a wider glaze and pour more praise on China. They've once again topped the Paralympics medal table, finishing with an incredible 220 medals, including 94 gold, continuing their dominance in this arena since Athens of 2004. Great Britain also well represented, securing second place, 49 gold medals there, while the United States, they claimed 36 titles. Team South Africa earning 6 medals in Paris, winning 2 golds and 4 bronze, ending 46 on the table. But I think a notable shift in all talent and that baseline throughout. So well done to Team SA. Now let's turn to tennis, as we've just chatted about. Arina Sabalenka captured her 3rd Grand Slam title with a hard-fought 7-5, 7-5 win over Jessica Pegula in their US Open final, adding to her Australian Open successes. Meanwhile, Yannick Sinner, he claimed his 2nd Grand Slam of 2024, defeating a very spirited Taylor Fritz 6-3, 6-4, 7-5 to become the first Italian gent to win the US Open. And that's where we leave our sporting headlines for this morning. The roads should be up and running by now. Let's get the latest on the traffic front.
Thank you so much, G-Man. And yes, one last time, let's see how we can assist you when it comes to many of you heading out on the roads this morning. And we're going to start off in Germiston, Gauteng. Now, there's been an accident involving a truck on the N3 South at Van Buren Road, and the left shoulder is blocked. So as you can see from the visuals, please do approach the affected area with caution. We now move to Cape Town and Kales River. To be specific, there's been an accident on the R300, and that's northbound before Hindle Road. Now, traffic is slow moving, so again, if you're passing through, add a travel time to accommodate for the expected delays. We're going to stick to Cape Town and move over to Somerset West now, where it seems that there are delays being experienced on the N2 outbound, and this taking place before Victoria Road. And again, these visuals can clearly show that you will expect delays, but I think for anybody heading out on the roads this morning, wherever you are headed, stay safe and plan accordingly. From the road to the sky, let's find out one last time what's happening in the world of weather. Reporting from the world of weather, and the South African Weather Service has issued a yellow level 2 warning for disruptive snow, anticipating localized traffic disruptions and potential loss of livestock along the Eastern Cape Escarpment, as well as the KwaZulu-Natal high ground, and this all due to prevailing very cold conditions. Now, additionally, a yellow level 1 warning for damaging winds and waves is also in effect. Now, you can expect local disruptions to roads, harbours and ports between Plettenberg Bay and Port Edward this morning, now as well as between Alexander Bay and Cape Agulhas. Now, meanwhile, Limpopo is facing extremely high fire danger conditions, making it crucial for residents to stay vigilant and prepared. Well, one last time we get to show off to you, Mzansi, and that's with our sunrise view of the hour. And check this one out. Nikhil sent this one in from Muizenberg, sharing a lovely morning view. And it looks like the sun hasn't even popped up yet. But what you can see, what looks like in the horizon, is the back of Devil's Peak and Table Mountain. A very different perspective on a beautiful view. But thank you nonetheless, Nikhil, for sending this one in all the way from Muizenberg. I wonder if the waves are cooking on your side. Turn the camera around, you might just find out. For now, though, Mzansi, I want to say thank you for sending those incredible shots in, and we get to do it all again tomorrow morning on the number 063-408-8863. And that's your call to send us whatever sunrise view you might be experiencing on your side of town. And speaking of your side of town, I think this is our opportunity one last time to see what temperatures you can expect on your side of the hood. bad.
Not too bad. A little chilly, but I think we're getting there, slowly but surely. Well, listen, where we're going to get is some money in your pockets, because we got to start your week off right by playing Daily Lotto for an estimated 450,000 Rand jackpot this Monday. Let's get kick-started this week on a good note. Now, don't get left behind. All you have to do is buy your tickets now, and there's so many ways you could do that, Raul.
Oh, we've got options for you. So listen up. You can do the following, right? You can get your tickets in store. You can go to the nationallottery.co.za website. There's the mobile app, cell phone banking, or you can simply dial *120 *7529# and then follow the USSDs. That's really a handful of solutions right there, but it doesn't stop there.
It does not stop there. That handful is available to you on our Expresso social media pages, so do go and check them out as you're updating your status today. And Panda Pusher play Daily Lotto for an estimated 450,000 Rand in jackpots that you could win big. And I've got faith that you could do so. Coming off of the weekend, that energy is still here, so come on.
The energy is here, and we're going to keep that energy going right now. And I feel like the only thing you can do when you have a lot of energy inside of you is that you got to dance, right? And you got to move. And we got MOD coming through to do just that. Give us a dance and give us that Friday feel on a Monday.
Wow.
I'm here for it.
I'm so here for it. Can I tell you what else I'm here for?
Yeah?
So much to do with entertainment, because I've got the latest. I got to spill some tea. It's going to be absolutely delicious, and I can't wait to get into local and international news with all of your goodness. Are you ready for that?
Skinne en gesels. Sign me up.
Yes, let's do it.
There are stories of creators, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. ABSA.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Only a short break, and we are back on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And I'm so glad you are back, because we need to delve into the world of entertainment news.
Yeah.
All the latest on your favorite celebrities, both good and bad, maybe some sad news too, all in the mix. And I think we're going to start off with a little bit of sad news, because we've lost a veteran when it comes to radio and when it comes to television, somebody that's really made her mark with so much grace and so much love, and that is Thabiso Sikwane. She really has just made an indelible mark in her space on talk radio and beyond, and her funeral was not too long ago. And if you didn't know, she's actually DJ Fresh's ex-wife as well, and they've been together a while. They have 4 children together, shared a lifetime, and he was at the funeral too, right? And when he got up there, we saw a different side of DJ Fresh, I think. His vulnerable side when he shared a tribute to his late wife, or ex-wife rather, and he even choked up a little bit, and his kids were even saying, you know what, Dad, you're allowed to cry. We want to see you like this a little bit more often. Show your vulnerable side. That's okay. Because he came up and apologized to her for not treating her the best necessarily in both the public lights and privately, and also embarrassing her a couple times throughout their relationship. So It's a tough one to navigate, but I think they handled it with so much grace.
Well, I mean, sorry, man.
Yeah, go for it. I had such a great opportunity to see him in this space with the family all together a few years back. And it's so true that there is this love. And you didn't see a lot of it, but it was there and it was real. And especially with that family. So all I can think of is what they must be going through right now. Because there's definite emotion. There's definite memories that they're going to be cherishing and looking back on. So thoughts and condolences go out to the family that are dealing right now.
Yeah, and she carved a path professionally within that space. Talk radio is a different beast altogether, and it requires a different level of attention and critical thinking, and it becomes the social commentary that kind of guides the nation, certainly in the South African context. So she will be missed, but Fresh, we love you, Guy. To you and your beautiful family, our thoughts and our prayers are with you right now.
Absolutely, man. What a loss. But we move on to maybe a different note where, you know, the SAFTAs was announced last week, the nominations anyway. Yes, and yes, viewers, you can vote for her. It's a public voting system. But one that's not a public voting system is all the other categories. And there was one that was highlighted because this guy walked away with 4 nominations. Can you imagine? A wonderful actor named Themba Nkosi, and he is so wonderful. You might know him from a couple of things like Shaka Ilembe. He also was so great on Adulting and definitely gained so much fame from his position of being much loved characters. That's Themba Nkosi Mthembu, and he was even shocked by the 4 nominations. He said, oh, okay. And he likened our SAFTAs to the Oscars over in the US, and he said, if I can walk away with 4 of those, then I know that I'm good.
And he might just, because when you're, and flavour of the month sounds derogatory, like it's like a flash in the pan thing, but it's definitely not in his case, but he is very much the flavour of the month. So, that being said, you want to be hot property right now, so he might just scoop all 4 of them.
Oh, we hope so.
But I think it kind of heralds, we were chatting about this earlier, the streaming era. There is an opportunity for South African actors to make a mark from South Africa. Absolutely awesome. Themba Nkosi, rock on, brother.
Yes.
Rock on.
Now, many people weren't too happy when they found out that the man is actually off the market. They were like, oh, we were fantasizing, we were dreaming about our lives together. And he said, but guys, you all have men. You can allow me to also have my girl and be happy in this relationship. So he's leading up to moments that they tie down the knot. But him and his baby mama have been together for years, and they share a child together, a little girl who's about 4 or 5 years old, and that's just them looking absolutely fabulous. I can't wait to see what the rest of the women in Mzansi have to say about this.
There will be hate.
I just think you need to watch that man, because he's not in it to just do things for our country or continent, but if you look at the rest of the world, I think he'll be playing with some big names soon.
Oh, I can't wait to see that.
He's already cracked that code.
That Oscar is actually knocking. I mean, he spoke it into existence. Well, let's move on to international news. In fact, this story gets me so excited. It's, in fact, I know it's entertainment, it's fluff, but it's been at the top of my mind for a while. And it's all around Selena Gomez. I absolutely love her. She's my age mate, but let me tell you, we are not playing the same game, all right? She has officially clocked billionaire status. And this is not an easy feat at all, right? She's so good. I mean, from a kid, she was in Barney and Friends. She then moved on to Wizards of Waverly Place. That's how I know her, as Alex Russo. And then she's kind of moved on to her singing career, releasing 3 albums, 44 singles, chart-topping music. And then she released a brand called Rare Beauty. And she just said, this is the space I want to play in. And she did incredibly well in the space as well. In fact, because she's diversified her income so much, that's what's actually propelled her to the status she's at. So from Rare Beauty alone, it's brought in something crazy, like between 60 and 80% of her revenue that's made her be who she is. So,
and that you can imagine that gives you the freedom in the creative space to be able to just do what. But I mean, we're talking about a young lady that was all but cancelled a few years ago. Let's be honest, the world had written this young woman off.
Yeah. Because of the Justin Bieber,
good for you.
Incident that happened, but she came back bigger and better, baby. And she also pours in a lot of, I think 1% of the revenue she makes with Rare Beauty into advocating for mental health, because she's got bipolar. And so she's also giving back in so many wonderful ways. Oh, we love you here, Selena. Such a fan of you. Well, that's where we leave your entertainment news. But I think the entertainment's going to continue.
Oh,
Yes,
I think it is,
please.
man. I think we need a little bit of Monday motivation. And if you love dancing as much as we do, you don't have to be good at it. You just have to love it, okay? You will love this one. From schools all over the Western Cape, like Lavender Hill High School, an incredible outfit, Steenberg Primary and Heathfield High. We're talking about Crestway High School as well, Prince George Primary School. Put your hand up. Ronte-Hillville High as well. These are just a few of Bonte-Hillville, before you come for me, just a few of the incredible schools that are part of the MOD program.
Oh, man, this is getting pumped. Now, here to start off the week on a high. Yes, it's only Monday, but with Monday motivational dance coming at you, here are the dancers of the MOD program.
Woo!
Coffee, hate me. Some of them men think they freak this like we do, but no, they. Ready? Baby, it's you. You're the one I love. All the single ladies, all the single ladies. Now put your hands up, up in the, up in the, up in the, up in the, up, 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 up in the club. Just pop up. I'm doing my own little thing. You decided to dip, and now you want to trip. There's another brother notice me. I'm up on him, he up on me. Don't pay him any attention. Crying my tears. 3 good years, but can't be mad at me. 'Cause if I like to sing, you should've put a ring on it. If I like to sing, you should've put a ring on it. Don't be like what you ladies he want it. Now put your hands up, should've put a ring on it. All the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies. Now put your hands up, all the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies. Now put your hands up. Don't know, good take my power, my power, my power. Don't know, good take my power, my power, my power. They feel away, oh wow. They feel away, oh wow. Don't know, good take my power, my power, my power. Don't know, good take my power, my power, my power. They feel away, oh wow. They feel away, oh wow. All the single ladies, now put your hands up.
We love it.
That is Cape Town's finest, right?
I like the
there,
way you mixed that in there.
representing-
Boom, I love it.
Oh, thank you. That is Cape
Brilliant,
Town's
brilliant,
finest, like
well
I
done.
said. Well done. Absolutely loving it. And you're not going to stop there because you're going to get another round of dance coming at you, motivating you all through this Monday. Yeah,
And
we
hopefully
got you.
more Beyonce, please. I love to see it. And we've got so much coming up on your Feel Good Breakfast show. I heard something about celebrating books and also celebrating the likes of a store opening in Cape Town.
So now, while you've got the FOMO for the Springboks still living within telling you, okay, I'm going to replace that with the FOMO of not having a particular gaming monitor, okay? Samsung have opened a new bespoke store in Cavendish. Amazing deals. They're working with the Hirsch's families for these concept stores, so you don't understand the kind of deals that they are cooking, but the display of technology all in one space is mind-blowing, and the salespeople are really, really good. Might be a little bit dangerous, but we'll see you after the break.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh man, let the energy flow over your body right now. We are loving the positive vibes today. Welcome back. We're about to plug into something truly special. Celebrating diverse voices is at the heart of fostering a rich literary culture. And boy, don't we need it here in South Africa today. We're going to delve into the impact of the Khayelitsha Book Festival, a vibrant platform that has become essential for literary and cultural conversations within that community, but I think within South Africa at large.
Yeah, absolutely. So we brought in two superstars. Joining us this morning, we have Zimkita Zilo, the visionary behind the festival, and joining her we have Zandile Klapi, as well as an acclaimed artist. She's an author who has experienced the festival's dynamic environment firsthand and is absolutely here to share it all with us. Good morning, ladies. How are we doing?
Hello. Do it. Applaud yourselves. We're going to applaud you because you've been wanting to just let that out. I can see.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, just let it out. I feel you, girl. I feel you. No, because I get it. I understand how vitally important this is. I love reading. I read to my kids every day. I think it is a massive, massive hole in our country's heart and in our minds that we don't have a literary culture because languages aren't represented. It's as simple as connecting the dots. Come on, people. So, Zimkita, I'm understanding that this is part of the motivation, okay? But talk us through why do this.
All right. I am a publisher at Uhlanga Books. I'm the founder of that. And I've realized that with publishing people, they did not have a platform to share their work. And the motivation behind starting the publishing house was Chinua Achebe saying, up until the lions tell their story, the story of the hunt will always glorify the hunter. So I felt it was very important that these people that are writing these stories, they are writing them from experience, and they need to get a platform where they share where they come from and how did they get into writing and why are they writing, and that's when I created the
You see
festival.
what a lifetime of reading allows you to drop little quotes like that randomly.
Yeah,
wherever you want. The three of us are just sitting there. Am I the lion in the story? Am I the hunter? Am I the prey? I don't know. I love that.
And I do love the fact that we are bringing these representations because it means so much to us as we grow up. It doesn't represent just that animal, that figure, but there's such a symbolism behind it.
For
Not only
sure.
that, but also what's important and something that we echo when it comes to celebrating it, and that's seeing diversity.
Yes.
Why is that so significant and important for you?
It is important because it's vital that people get everyone, whatever voice you choose to use when you are telling your story, whether it's poetry, whether it's fiction, whether it's your biography, that diversity is important because you are telling it from your own perspective, from how you want it heard, and no one is filtering that. Your story is told in its fullness.
From the source.
From the source itself, yes. That is why the theme of this year's festival is narratives of the resilient. Our lived experience become our literature.
Yeah.
Because...
And this, as you say this is generational, which means it's often being gatewayed through one person being passed down to another one person. And unless that's written down and shared, we will lose that.
We will lose that.
And that is heartbreaking for me to even say out loud, let alone to kind of sit with me. Sandile, the motivation seems very obvious.
Yeah.
So it's one thing to have these aims of creating representation, creating a platform, maybe creating a commercial framework around those wanting to sell because we need to make money. How do we get this right with this festival? What are you most excited about?
Listen, it's all about trying. We can only try.
Just do
We
it.
are the people that we've been waiting for. And the reality is that we don't know how to do these things. So we just need to jump in and do them and just learn on the way.
Yes.
And that's how the festival has been. Because this is my first book on the 3rd annual Khayelitsha Book Festival. So I did not know what I was doing, but I was inspired to actually do something.
And
So
you
it's all
did
about
it.
starting.
Hold it up.
Yes.
Read the title for us, please, beautifully.
In her perspective, she wrote. Hello.
Love that.
Hey, echoing,
The
live
lion,
echoing.
the
There you go.
That's the lion
you
now.
see. Now
Her
I'm a little
story
bit
is
nervous.
going to glorify her, no one else.
And unapologetically, authentically
So
really spoken from her
Authentic.
perspective, and you cannot argue with
Yes,
it.
yes.
I love that. Something we can't argue with as well is the fact that we need more of this. We need more of these festivals. I love what it's representing. I love the impact it's creating. For both of you that have had some experience, what do you think firstly, what are you loving about it? And what would you think could improve these
more
festivals?
of?
What do we
Yeah.
need more of, and how can we get behind this?
This may sound cliche, maybe it's been said all over with everything that is starting. We need strong partnerships. The first one we did as a pilot. I started this because I went to an open book festival, which I attend every year. It was just the past weekend. Open book festival is amazing space. And I saw that the renowned authors, they bring in authors all the way from Germany. They bring them in from everywhere. And I'm like, we need to have this in our space. And we started that out of no support, nothing. We just we're doing the festival. And it was good. And then the second time we were like, okay, we learned what to not do. And then the second one was amazing. And people loved it. I saw people coming in groups. When I went outside, I was like, what? Who are these people? Where did they come from? How did they even
You've created a tribe. You have your people now.
Yes, I'm like, who are you people? And the support has been amazing now as we're moving into the third one. I mean, I'm meeting people, I'm becoming a celebrity of sorts.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm moving in this, somebody's like, the festival lady, and I'm like, yes. And it is in the heart of Khayelitsha where things are happening and people are about, we are going to have this session, this is very important for me, and during the festival where we are going to have sounds of lamentation. We want to sort of have that session where we grieve about the status quo of our communities.
Process the
yes,
trauma.
we process
the
that trauma. Yes, we need to have that session, and then after that we are going to have a colloquium where we sit and we talk about these things and how literature can help improve everything.
The lived experience.
We don't know where the help is. The lived experience.
It's going to empower young children, so maybe we can end off with that. What do we need to do below this level
Yeah.
If there was nothing existing below you guys, because you've had to start this, as you say, off your own steam, your own fortitude, your bravery, what needs to happen at schools? What needs to happen within parent and child relationships, dynamics at home, to create the structures below this so we get more local artists writing?
The amazing thing is that the Uhlanga Books publisher saw that there is a need for reading for comprehension.
Yes.
Because there is a statistics that states otherwise. Because kids in high schools, in primary schools, even in universities, they do not read to comprehend. So there are book clubs that Uhlanga Books host for children, so that and we don't want them to feel like, oh, what does this mean? We want to have fun first. Then you can understand, and then you can comprehend. So it starts with having to give a child the book, see the pictures. What is this picture? What is this picture? And then we move to words. What do these words mean? And then we move to, okay, let's have fun with words. We are saying these words. We just need to understand them when we read them.
Let them live.
So this book is actually has 10 women that are in this book. And there's a poem that says, sometimes ndikhe ndiwishele ukhe ndiqale ndijonge ngeliso lengqondo apha kum esiqwini, at all these little things that make me move, break, and excite me. Now, a lot of people might not even know how that feels like, but they will read it here on this book.
They'll get it.
With different stories by different 10 women from the township.
Between the covers, the life, the energy,
In
the
her
love that exists
perspective.
between the covers in those pages. I have a feeling I'm going to be talking to you guys a couple of years from now on a completely different level, because you are in the pound seat. We will keep all of the details on how you can attend. You can get your tickets quick. It's 60 Rand. Come on, man. That's less than a book costs.
Yes.
Okay, and you can follow them on social media, but we'll put all of our details or their details up on our social media platforms so you can get involved. I think we need to start a little reading circle, maybe online.
Yes, absolutely inspired by that. I love this. Thank you again, ladies, for sharing this and doing the absolute most when it comes to great work and impact. We love you, and we love the fact that you still stick around, Mzansi, because we've got so much to still share with you on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Thank you.
It was amazing.
More of this, please. Yes to creativity and yes to innovation. And let me tell you that I know a brand that does exactly that. They're known for innovation, from mobile technology to household appliances. Samsung has launched a new store right here in the mother city at Cavendish Mall. We are so spoiled. Now, the store's all about the customer experience, and our very own G-Man got a taste of the VIP treatment. Let's take a look.
Now, I've gotten used to having my little mind blown by the quantum leap in every Samsung product we get to introduce. While behind me is a whole new world. Cape Town, brace yourself, because the Cavendish Samsung brand store is about to open its brand new doors. And we need to brace ourselves, because there is a huge amount of innovation and some truly astounding designs that are going to transform our homes, our work, and definitely our play. The amount of innovation in one space is astounding. This offers an experience unlike any other. Can you please explain to me what the Samsung brand idea really is about?
This is actually our 16th brand store that we're opening. And the reason why we open Samsung brand stores is for the experience. We love customers experiencing our products, and most places you don't have the time. But here you have your dedicated area and dedicated zone to experience all the different technologies that Samsung can offer.
Out of all of the products here, about the quantum leaps forward in technology, what stands out for you? What's got you most excited?
Everything stands out here, and you have to really choose, because you get so excited with the different types of AI involved, the different types of cell phones. But what excites me actually is something really strange. It's called the Music Frame. It's a new product that we just launched, which is a frame that's actually a soundbar.
It was quite a penny drop moment for me when I found out that Hershey's was behind the Samsung brand stores. Now it makes a whole lot more sense. This kind of partnership, having this kind of relationship and earned the right to represent, what does that give you?
This is a relationship that has been built over many, many years, and it has come with just us working together, with having one vision, having one goal, both going in the same direction, and we just know that together we can get there faster and make it just more beneficial to our customers.
I'm going to ask you first, because I've seen you busy this whole time here. What have you loved the most about this store?
Well, I'm a musician and I like creativity, so my favorite product in the store is definitely the Samsung Z Flip.
Oh, someone's fishing, eh? Someone's fishing. Mom, how do you feel about that?
I love this store because as an entrepreneur, we need technology to keep up with the times and to be innovative and creative. So we are going to definitely be back.
My word. I'm sorry. Some elements of design, when they are this exquisite, this nuanced, have to be seen up close and personal. They have to be experienced. What I am loving about this Cavendish store, that it offers you an introduction to just about every Samsung product, their services, their incredible solutions, and most importantly, the experience. You will fall in love. When you walk into the store, despite the amount of innovation products that are jammed into the space, it is simplistic, it is free, it is so stylistically beautiful. How have you got that balance right?
The shop is the most beautiful layout. Once the TVs are against the wall here, so it draws you in as you come down the escalators in the shopping center. And we chose our top of the range products here. This isn't a shopping center for everybody. This is the highlights the best what Samsung has to offer. We also have an enormous range in the back which you can choose from as well. But this is just the best and the most spectacular products that you want to see when you come into our store.
Being a plastic surgeon, for me, everything is about beauty, aesthetics. So what I love about it is the aesthetics of this place, the free flow, it's clean colors, crisp, and it's a very nice place to be and a nice environment.
What would you take home if you could take anything?
Well, I would love to take the gaming monitor. That's my favorite.
I think we're going to have to add that to the list. Do you have a child to play on that gaming monitor?
So yes, I have a 19-month-old child and I have my husband who really want to play together in future. So yeah.
Wow. I don't think I have ever in my job experienced this much innovation crammed into one beautifully designed space. It feels like the innovation, the future that we've been talking about on the show is now a reality and it's right at our fingertips. I think it's time for me to head home and renegotiate my wish list with my wife and kids. That being said, I'll probably see you here tomorrow. Adios. Joey, you don't understand. No, you don't understand, guys. Like the second you walk in, the fact that the first TV is there, then I was like, oh, and then the salesman's here, and he's awesome, and it was just like, oh, I came this close, yeah, no, I came this close. But you see what I mean about that gaming monitor. So my son better be a brilliant gamer. I'm just saying, okay? I've got to justify buying that machine. But no, kudos to the Hirsch family, to the Samsung family, I'm going to call them. This is clearly a partnership that just absolutely works, and we get to benefit with some incredible deals. So watch that space.
Love it. And there's something for everyone, which I absolutely love. Well, speaking about something for everybody, we've got something for you because there's still so much coming up on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We've got to chat to the consumer contestant that's all part of My Tropica, and that is Dimokatso. She's going to share with us her journey, and it's really beautiful to be able to include you in what is going to be a brilliant release of a series that's a must-watch.
It is going to be brilliant. And speaking of, that reminds you of the islands and all the good stuff. So that means we can have some good music. And this man has been on it all morning, giving us the theme songs to our life. We're talking about Dali. He's going to be performing once again in just a bit. If you were around for the first performance, you know what we're talking about. If you weren't, trust me, you don't want to miss this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Thank you for spending your Monday morning with us. Now, there's something so exciting happening on your Feel Good streets, and one person in particular that I just got a big ups. Her name is Zanele, and she is the host of something very exciting. We're getting closer to the launch of a Tropica Island of Treasure Zanzibar, and I'm pretty sure that you can join in this excitement because Zanele is going to take on over. And not only her, there's going to be a great inclusion of both the consumer as well as celebrities and everyday folks.
Yeah, it's a proper partnership, a collab between celebs, fan contestants, and everybody who's going to complete the challenges to ultimately win the grand prize of a share of 1 million rand and a brand new Suzuki Auto SA Germany. It sounds incredible. Now, we are talking about Dimakatso Kalisa. Now, they are our next Tropica fan reveal. So let's get to know this young woman with a heart as beautiful as her smile.
Oh.
My name is Dimakatso. I'm 31 years old and I'm a diagnostic radiographer. We do x-rays here to examine the bones and we do CT scans and MRIs. So we are the eye of medicine. The reason I entered Tropica Island of Treasure season 11 is because I've been following Tropica for years and I believe I have what it takes to win the whole thing. I know physically I can bring it. I know the puzzles, so I'm ready. I'm hoping to be paired up with Carl. I've stocked the profiles a healthy amount. I know he's a surfer and I know water is my Achilles heel, so I want to be paired up with somebody who is good in water. I'm mostly looking forward to the physical challenges because I know I'm going to thrive. I'm also looking forward to seeing Zanzibar, the island, and just learning their culture.
Dima has just got this energy about her. Everybody that meets her, just you get to love her. And she's very clever. You can't underestimate her. She's clever, she is fun to be with, and she is gonna go 100% like she does with everything she does. She is a very strong lady. Every time she greets me, we have this thing where she picks me up. I don't know how it started, but that's how we greet each other. So I give her some exercise as well every time she sees me. But Dima is also the type of person that when she puts her mind to something, she's going to go for it. So I definitely think she's one to watch for this. Dima, this is for you.
My biggest strength on the island, I think it's going to be physical, especially on land, because I lift a lot of weights and I also do a lot of cardiovascular exercises, so I know physically I have what it takes. My favorite flavor of Tropica is mango peach. I grew up eating peaches, so for me that's a reminder of home, and now I love mangoes. So it's two flavors that I love just bursting in my mouth.
Dimakatso to me is a friend, a workout partner. We work out together. Sometimes I do advice on the workouts that she do, and she's fun. She's not a talkative person, but when it comes to action, she does a lot. She's very strong. This one, she's even stronger than me, but I love her for that.
Coach Sophie is very important to me now because I'm preparing for the island. She has structured a workout plan for me. She's helping me with the food that I need to eat for me to be able to be agile on the island. And also as a friend, she's there for me emotionally because this is quite stressful for me.
Of course, Dimakatso has the ability to win. She's very strong and she deserves everything that comes to her because of the hard work that she does.
What sets me apart from the rest is the fact that I'm all about action. So instead of standing in front of people and telling them what I am capable of, I'll just show them. And also, I work out so much that I feel like endurance, muscular, cardiovascular. Yeah, I'll bring it. Winning Tropica Island of Treasure season 11 would mean the world to me, but not only to me, but to the people that I'm going to help. They're rooting for me. And also, those annoying debit orders that go off. Nobody likes that, and I'm trying to get rid of them.
I would like to wish Dimakatso all the best. We believe in you and you know how strong you are. Keep going, never ever underestimate yourself and bring the prize home, the first prize home. We are rooting for you back home and we love you so much. Keep it up. Thank you. Yeah.
Sheesh, check out those shoulders, those guns. I was
Insane.
crazy.
Yeah.
Well, Dima is definitely one to look out for. Join her as she competes for a share of R1 million. It's absolutely incredible. And a brand new Suzuki Auto SA Jimny. I'm a little bit jealous, I'm not going to lie.
Honestly, but look, people are doing the work. They're getting ready for it. So we want to remind you, Mzansi, to tune into the Tropica Island of Treasure Zanzibar edition starting Saturday, the 28th of September at 6:30 p.m. on S3 and repeats Mondays at 9 p.m. on SABC 1. So you do not want to miss it. Trust me, it's nothing but good stuff.
Gee, I'm telling you, this is something that you want to keep your eyes on.
I'm not ready, guys. I'm not ready for another journey to the islands. I don't know if my islander accent is going to be strong enough for this one. No, I love the fact that we're going to start this incredible journey again with those superstars and, yes, the consumers who get that opportunity as well. But on this show, we love giving an opportunity to absolutely everybody that's putting their hand up. And the MOD represents something truly special within the arts, particularly with dance. So for a Monday motivational dance, we thought we'd bring in their dance program to show us how it's done. Take it away.
One time for them praying on my downfall. 2 times for them bitches in the South Shore. 3 times for them days on the 4 times for them days that were all bad. 5 times for the bitches who ain't called back. 6 times for the kids like me who got ADHD.
La puissance. Gros, c'est la puissance. C'est la puissance, puissance. Gros, c'est la puissance, c'est la puissance, la puissance. Gros, c'est la puissance, c'est la puissance, la puissance. Gros, c'est la puissance, c'est la puissance, la puissance. Gros, c'est la puissance, c'est la puissance.
I got a reason. I got a reason. I got a reason. I got a reason.
I own the world.
Baby.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Start your week by playing Daily Lotto for an estimated 450,000 jackpot this Monday, and I'm rushing it because I want you to do it right now.
Yeah, we do.
Don't get left behind. Buy your tickets now. What are you waiting for? Head in store today or on the nationallottery.co.za website. There's the mobile app, there's cell phone banking, or you can simply just dial *120 *7529# for all USSD.
Oh, that's 5 ways to do it. And if you don't know what to do right just yet, then all the details are on our Expresso social media pages. You can go check them out right now, and you can push up play Daily Lotto for an estimated 450,000 rand jackpot, and you could play to win big, but only if you do it right now.
And now, why we are rushing? Because we want to squeeze in not one but two more songs by this incredible performer. He is on the stage right now to perform Shades of Blue and You and I. Dali, the stage is yours. We love you, brother.
Hi, my name is Dali, and I've been having the best time here at Expresso.
Yes!
This last one's called You and I. Let's go.
One, two, three.
I'll never leave you behind. I'll never leave you behind. I would swim across the seas of the world, darling, conquer mountains for you. I would walk to the ends of the world, darling, if it brings me to you. Give you all my time, the love of my life. Let's create us a world just for two. Need you here all night. Are you down to ride? 'Cause I know I was made for you. Your loving, yeah, I need it. Yeah, I've tried, but I can't get you out my mind. It's so real, I can feel it. You're the one I live for, and I'll never leave you behind. It's you and I. It's you and I. It's you and I. Just you and I. It's you and I. We'll touch the sky. Just you and I. I would break all the laws in the world, darling, lose my morals for you. I would weather the rain and the storm, darling, nothing that I won't do. Give you all my time, the love of my life. Let's create us a world just for two. Need you here all night. Are you down to ride? 'Cause I know I was made for you. Your loving, yeah, I need it. Yeah, I've tried, but I can't get you out my mind. It's so real, I can feel it. You're the one I live for, and I'll never leave you behind. It's you and I. It's you and I. It's you and I. Just you and I. It's you and I. We'll touch the sky. Just you and I. I'll never leave you behind. It's you and I. It's you and I. We'll touch the sky.
Crush it real good. Clover Crush, your daily goodness. Also in delicious new nectar.
Well done. That was awesome.
Good job.
Thank you so much. Oh, man.